So, how's it going, everyone? First and foremost, I do want to say sorry for the late start. I just was a little tired. Didn't want to. I had to take care of a couple of things, so we're starting a little later. And I do apologize for the early leave yesterday. After seeing the news that I know that no doubt a lot of you saw on Twitter, I just kind of lost a lot of motivation for streaming yesterday. Anyway. We are picking up with the Ruhr day off. First and foremost, where is everyone? Alright, so Elisa and Alphen are in the Reinford building. Toa is in the diner. Gaius is there. Alright, so it looks like the airport is where we end things off, so Fee will be the last one I interact with. I guess let's turn around and start off with Elisa and Alphen. Can we also do the shrine now, or are we unable to do the shrine until later? Probably can't do the shrine until we hit part 2. Until we hit the start of Act 3. What are you up to, Elisa? I'm just checking out the rooms to make sure everything's in order. Sharon supposedly put everything back in order. Sharon supposedly put everything back in order now that Director Ragner's gone. But still, can't hurt to double check, right? I hate it if he ran off with something valuable on his way out. Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy who develops sticky fingers. Do you want a hand or anything? I'm fine, thanks. I've got a pretty good idea of where everything was, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Mother's more than busy enough now, so I might as well just get it done. I feel like I should help her out anyway. Are you sure about doing this on your own? I mean, 2 people would be able to get the job done twice as fast, right? What are you planning, Schwarzer? Nothing at all, I swear. Just kidding. Of course I'll take you up on that. Oh, right. Forgot one other thing. There we go. Well, I'm glad to see that at least the rooms aren't a complete mess like they were yesterday. Sharon's done a great job cleaning everything up. It doesn't look like there's anything missing either. Well, that's good news. As much as I feel bad criticizing Angelica's uncle, Heidel Ragnar must be an absolute slob. You'd think as a noble he'd at least pay a little more mind to cleanliness. I feel sorry for his housekeeping staff. It's probably more than being a noble. He thought he could get away with never having to clean anything. Imprisoning your mother seemed to have inflated his ego. You're probably right. Suddenly having power over someone was You're probably right. Suddenly having power over someone he was never able to stand against must have been a real treat. Either way, we're almost finished up here. So... What is it? Oh, I just noticed something sticking out. I just noticed something sticking out slightly from between two of these books. Huh? This is... It's a photograph of you as a little girl. And that looks like your mother, which would mean... Yeah, that's my father. Why is this hidden away on her desk, though? Maybe she pulls it out to look at every now and then while she's working. Fuck. Maybe she pulled it out. Maybe she pulled it out to look at every now and then while she was working, but didn't want anyone to know. Honestly, I'm surprised too. But here it is. I don't think there's any doubt that it's important to her. I guess you're right. Whew. That sure took a while, huh? I can only imagine how much of a task that would have been if you had to do it all by yourself. Truth be told, I probably would have given up part way in and just left the rest to Sharon. Thank you so much, Reen. For what? Helping out? Well, sure. But while finding that photo earlier might have just been a coincidence, I doubt I would have looked around in Mother's room if you hadn't been there. If I hadn't, I never would have discovered that or realized that maybe, somewhere deep down, she really does care. I think you would have. Even if not today, you'd realize it eventually. She's your mother, after all. The two of you will always have that connection as family, like it or not. I think the day will come when you two understand how much you care for each other, with or without a photo to show. I'd like to think so, at least. Talking with you like this reminds me of when we had our field study here. We had a little heart-to-heart about Mother back then, didn't we? In this same room. It was this room, actually. There's a lot I'm really thankful to you for. There's a lot I'm really thankful to you for, though. I wouldn't have been able to free Mother or this city on my own. And this is hardly the first time you've supported me or helped me accomplish something when I needed it most. So for all the time I was too stubborn to say it, thank you, Reen. I hope I'll get the chance to repay you for this someday. For everything. Repay me? Well, anyway, thanks for all your help today. I'm gonna be going now. See you later. Oh, right. I'm not sure what that was all about. But I guess I'd better get ready to head out too. Alright, next up, Princess Elfin, who is back here in the library. Last night I received an invitation to stay here. There's still some time until we have to leave, so I think I'll spend some quality time curled up with these books instead. Sharon's coffee can't be beaten either. In fact, pulling myself away from here may prove to be a real struggle. Maybe I should join her for a while. She seems like she could use some company. Mind if I stick around a little longer? Not at all. We don't get many chances to spend time together like this, so let's make the most of it. This coffee really has a nice aroma to it. Doesn't it? Sitting back and enjoying a cup of Sharon's coffee engrossed in a book, I think I found the very definition of bliss. Well, I can see where you're coming from. It never ceases to amaze me how many books there are in here, or even the variety of topics and genre represented. I guess Gwyn has always had a pretty broad range of interests, though. I guess Gwyn has always had a pretty broad range of interests, though. So so it makes sense that his library would be as diverse. Indeed. But that only makes it more difficult to decide which volume to read next. Although I must admit, I was pretty disappointed to find one particular genre unrepresented here. Oh, which one? The titillating tales loved by fair ladies all across the Empire. Stories about the lives and loves of handsome gentlemen. Books that warm the hearts of all who thrill their Books that warm the hearts of all who thrill to their prose. Oh, those books. I remember you saying those were pretty popular at St. Estrella too, right? Courageous was lacking in that genre too, until Dorothy came and seeded it with some volumes from her own collection. So, does Elise, have any interest in those kinds of books? It's so much more magical to just leave the truth of things to... It's so much more magical to just leave the truth of things to your imagination. We're talking about a realm created by and for pure-hearted maidens, after all. It's not a place where gentlemen should tread lightly. Fair enough. I'm curious, but not that curious. Try to at least regulate your corrupting influence, though. That'd be great. If that's truly what you wish, I suppose I ought to respect your wishes. But teasing her is my most cherished pastime, so I'd really prefer to keep at it. I wonder if she realizes her struggles are mainly just for entertainment. Still, teasing or not, I'm glad Elise has at least one close friend she can depend on. Oh, and speaking of entertaining pastimes, I actually learned a delightful little card game called Blades from Sharon yesterday. Perhaps we could play a few rounds together. That sounds fun. I accept your challenge. This really is quite an amusing little game. It's nice that even an inexperienced player like me doesn't start at a... It's nice that even an inexperienced player like me doesn't start at too great of a disadvantage. Yeah. The updated version has a lot more strategy to it, though. But I have a lot of fond memories of this version of the game. I almost can't help but like it. In fact, Crow's the one who gave me my very first deck of Blade cards. Oh, really? It was sad to see the two of you fighting each other, especially after all you've been through together. What is it that forced the two of you to fight like this? Well, ultimately, I think it's a battle of wills, and both of us are too stubborn to give up and walk away. What do you mean? You could think of it as a high stakes game of Blade. Crow on one side and me on the other. Neither of us are willing to compromise on the things that make us who we are. Our beliefs, our pasts, our friends. And without compromise, all that's left to us is to meet each other head on and see who comes out on top. I just hope that while we're doing that, we'll discover where life will lead us and what to do with ourselves after this is over. I see. Boys will be boys, I suppose. But hearing you describe it, I almost envy Crow's position. Huh? Why's that? Oh, I just meant Elise would probably think that if she were here now... Oh, I just meant Elise would probably think that if she was here now. Envying Crow, I mean. After all, it's almost like fate is pushing you and Crow together. It fills my imagination with thoughts. Just a word to the wise. Guys aren't too hot about being paired up with their male friends when they don't lean that way. Well, like it or not, I consider myself someone fully invested in that little battle of wills now. So I intend to stay with you and see how it all pans out. You're more than welcome to come along for the ride, Your Highness, wherever it may take us. Alright, so... Oh, didn't mean to do that. Back to this real quick. Class 7. Alright, so we've taken care of the two of them in here. So... let's fast travel back to the entrance, and then let's head to RF Arms. Wait, was it RF Arms? No, it wasn't RF Arms. No one's at the church, right? No. Alright. Let's go find the cat. Oh, I know where you are. Hey, Celine, what brought you here? My desire for privacy and quiet. Have you ever tried taking a nap on the Courageous? Looking at you, you definitely haven't. You look like something the cat dragged in, and that's being generous. I've been better, yeah. Normally I'd just tell you to forget about what's already happened, but I see we're beyond that point, so... try not to let it shake you too much. Depression isn't exactly going to be our ally in the days to come. Don't let it take you over, okay? Man, I must look really bad if even you're trying to cheer me up. Don't get the wrong idea here. I just don't want you to take your mopiness into battle with you. No, with you and get both. No, I just don't want you to take your mopiness into battle with you and get both of us killed. I'm worried about me. All right. I got it. Alright, where the fuck? Oh, okay, I know where he is. I'll be taking a look around the Ruhr Institute of Technology soon. It's particularly the premier technical university in the country, so I think any time I spend there will be to my benefit. I would imagine so. We did go inside during our field study, but that was just for Professor Schmidt's request, so we didn't explore much. Still. It's very you to make a break for the nearest school when we finally get a little time to rest. Well, if there's something I can only see while we're here, why wouldn't I? Maybe you should do the same. No better way to lift your spirits than to get your mind off what's getting them down. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Maybe he's right. Checking out the Institute probably would cheer me up. Yeah, I think you're onto something here. Would it be okay if I tag along? Of course. I was kind of hoping you would. Shall we? Whoa! What was that? Sorry about that, guys. Hey, I recognize you too. You guys came here for a field study one time with your other classmates, right? Hit the nail on the head, but mind explaining what those two tiny cars are? Actually, I think I remember seeing them during our field study, too. These babies? They're a new kind of toy that we're developing. We're calling them orbital remote-controlled cars. They're basically little cars that run on orbital power that you can drive around with these radio frequency control devices. With things settling down here in Ruhr, we're off to test our new and improved ones all around town. That's some impressive technology. You've replicated the look of the Reinford Company's Lux line of vehicles very well, too. Oh, do you recognize them, Machias? With the number of cars on the roads of Heimdall, you start to recognize different models after a while. So I eventually decided to start doing some research into what each one had to offer. The Lux series was one of the ones that I found myself particularly fond of, so its name stuck in my mind. Now there's a man of taste. If you can appreciate the beauty of these little babies, you're gonna go far in life. Actually, you're just the kind of guy who'd like to give this thing a little test run. Are you sure? As serious as we've ever been. We want as many people playing with these things as possible, right? Oh, actually, it'd be great if you could grab another friend too. 3 people racing against each other wouldn't just be awesome, but would also provide us with some valuable data. Well, in that case, we'd be happy to play with your cars for you. And I already know who our third will be, though I'd hardly call him a friend. Wait, you're not thinking of... Is it Eustace? It's fucking Eustace, god damn it! Honestly, I was kind of thinking more maybe Melium? Actually, no, Melium would probably total the damn thing. So yeah, Eustace is probably the next best option. Yep, he was. Of all the things you could summon me out of the blue for, a toy car race? Still, it's not as though I have anything better to do. I accept your challenge. Ha! Smile while you still can. I expect you to give this your all too, Reen. Okay, if you insist. Now that you know the controls, the course will take you from here around the front of the RF building and to the top of the steps over near F. You're going to have to chase after your car though. You're going to have to chase after your cars though, since the orbital waves have a limited range. Well then, shall we get started? Take your positions. Ready, set, go. Get the hell out of my way! Kneel before me, fool. Guys, calm down a bit or you're gonna... Oh. What? Impossible! We have our winner. In first place, Reen Schwarzer. Seriously? It was a neck-and-neck race, but once they crashed their cars, Eustace and Machias didn't stand a chance. Looks like you got a bit carried away at the wheel there, fellas. Ugh. That was careless of me. This is completely ridiculous. But we got some fantastic data thanks to you 3. We'll have to get this back to the lab and start brainstorming improvements right away. Great work, you guys. Thanks. Whew. Didn't expect that would end up being such a big thing. I'm a little frustrated that I didn't manage to come in first. But if the whole thing cheered you up, I'd say it was well worth doing. Thanks, Machias. That means a lot. Hey, no need to make a big deal out of it. On a more pragmatic note, I can't see something like toy cars becoming very successful during war times. Just another reason for us to fight for peace, I suppose. Yeah. That's a fight I'm sure we'll win. Besides, if these things ever make it to the market, we can have another race. Sounds good to me. Next time, I'm taking Eustace down. Alright, downstairs. I guess let's handle Eustace next. Actually, no. Because we're going to be going in a circle, essentially, and Eustace is right next to there, so let's go with Elliot. I can't stop thinking about our field study here from earlier in the year. Sure, it was tough, but it was fun, and V was still alive. Yeah, even if we did think he died back at the mine, I guess news of V's actual death has probably reached Crow by now. I wonder how he's taking it. Sorry, it was probably super insensitive of me to bring him up. Just try to cheer up, okay? Lance definitely worried about me. Maybe we should hang out for a while. I just got a great idea of something we can do together. Come with me, Reen. What's going on? You'll find out soon enough. Let's go! This sort of looks like the same kind of Orbital guitar I used back at the festival. That's because it is. Both that and the keyboard were made by the Reinford company. They're display models, but they said we could use them since playing them right out here would make for good advertisement. Should be all tuned up. I've already got permission. I've already got permission too. So, shall we get started? Get started? Wait, you don't mean... I sure do. Let's play some music. Just you and me, putting on a concert in the middle of the streets. Ooh, that was something. Impressive work, Reen. We were out of sync in a few spots, and we missed a note or two here and there. But it was fun, wasn't it? It was for me, at least. Yeah, it was fun. Just goes to show that music doesn't stop at giving strength to the listeners. The performers get some too, I guess. I was every bit as happy there as I was when we performed at the festival. I'm a little biased, but I'd say playing yourself. I'm a little biased, but I'd say playing yourself is even more fun than listening, to be honest. That's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give up. That's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give music up. Thanks for inviting me to join you, Elliot. This definitely helped cheer me up. You're very welcome. We'll have to do this again sometime if we can. With some time to practice. Hopefully. Not just us either. The whole Class 7. Just like back at the festival. That sounds great. I hope we get another chance to do something like that. I don't see the exclamation point. Oh, no, there you are. This is my first time seeing Ruhr. I must admit, I'm very impressed. My expectations were high given the Reinford company's presence here, but I can safely say that they've been shattered. I think this single shop alone has more types of Orbital goods than the entirety of GLEGam. feel kind of like a child in a candy store, to be honest. There's so much I want to look at while I'm here. I could go for some window shopping. Mind if I look around with you? Nothing like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. By all means. Let's see what this place has to offer. Huh. So this is an orbital refrigerator. I noticed there was a large one in the Courageous's kitchen, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time. Oh, now that you mention it, we do have one aboard, don't we? Being able to just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for days is pretty awesome. So it is. I wouldn't mind having one for myself for when I want to prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost? Maybe I'll consider one when my skills in cooking improve enough to justify the expenditure. Let's go look at something else. Right. She actually seemed pretty disappointed she can't get one. What's this? The design is rather avant-garde. It says here it's called an orbital vacuum cleaner. You press the button on it and it'll suck up dust and crumbs. So it's like the orbital version of a broom, I guess. Ah, that does sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see. I don't think you're supposed to just turn on an appliance in the store like that. Sorry. I guess curiosity just got the better of me. I suppose I should turn it off then. Is this the button you press to do that? Why is it vibrating even louder and more forcefully? Excuse me, miss. Well, you certainly seem none too pleased with us. I'm sorry, Reen. Don't worry about it. It's not often I see you get into trouble like that. I guess technology isn't your forte, huh? Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'd be able to use all the appliances here if I had a chance to learn, though. Just like I did with our combat orbments. By the way, what are these? They're orbital washing machines, by the looks of it. You put your clothes in there and it'll wash them for you. Elisa had a few in her house from what I remember. Wow, that sure sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder how it works. Let me see. Not again. And there we go again. Please tell me you haven't done what I think you've done. I'm afraid it appears I've broken it. Excuse me, miss. I can't believe I made such a blunder not just once, but twice. Well, at least they were able to fix it, right? All's well that ends well, I guess. Still, it really does feel like you were, born into the way of the sword. You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills sound like some kind of winning quality. I'm all too aware of the areas where I come up short. And I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but I wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got the chance to see a side of you no one else has really gotten to see. And hey, no one's good at everything. We've all got our weak spots. Well, that's true, but you and I aren't so different in that regards, you know. All of us have roles we're good at. All of us have roles we're good at fulfilling. And for those we aren't, And for those we aren't, we need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise me you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share the burden. Huh. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. Alright, so Laura taken care of. Next up is... Jackass is doing more maintenance on my orbital gun for me. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when Elisa introduced me to him. But he seems like he seems like he really knows his stuff. I just wish he had a bit more of a refined, dandyish aura around him. Sort of like Gwyn. Then he'd be more my type. The inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. You have no idea, Reen. All kidding aside, though, you should take this chance to make sure all. No, you should take this chance to make. You should take this chance to make sure all your gear is in good shape. There's no telling when you'll need to put it through. There's no telling when you need to put it through some hard use, and it always pays to be prepared. Maybe I should take this chance to have a look around here. No, maybe I should take this chance to have a look around here too. Say, would you mind if I hung around here with you until your maintenance is finished up? Now that I look around, there seems to be a lot of things here worth checking out. You can if you want, but I think what you really need is something else. What do you mean by that? Get your sword ready. As soon as he's finished with my gun, there's somewhere I want to take you. Alrighty. I don't think anyone's gonna be barging in and disturbing us all the way out here. Yeah, I doubt it. But why did you bring me here in the first place? You told me not to forget my sword, so I'm guessing it's not a date. Pshaw. You've never been on a Sarah date. Anyway, I hope you're ready to get all hot and heavy with me as we pour ourselves into a no-holds-barred combat training. Are you kidding me? And this time, I'm not gonna hold anything back. So you better be ready. I want you to fight me like your life depends on it. Because you can leave this little excursion one of two ways. Walking with your head held high, or on a stretcher. Ugh. I don't know what brought this on, but I can see this isn't one of your usual gags. In that case, I accept your challenge. You'll get only my best today. Ugh. How are you so strong? So this is what it's like when you're not pulling your punches, huh? Damn straight. The world's not a nice place. It's not a fair place. But I fought tooth and nail for my place in it. Anyway. The world takes from you too. I've almost lost count of how many irreplaceable things it's taken from me. So many friends, allies. I don't even have a homeland to call my own now. Instructor? But I did whatever I had to do to keep on living no matter what. And I stand before you now as the sum of all those ugly, painful experiences. Life will knock you down over and over again. But if you rise just one more time, that makes you the victor. That's something I've kept on believing, and seeing you students give it your all has only strengthened that belief. That's why I've decided that everything life's taught me in the school of hard knocks I'm going to teach you. Not through words or lessons or fancy platitudes, but through battle. I'm ready to learn. You might have gotten the better of me before, but I'm ready for round 2 anytime. Atta boy. Let's not waste time chit-chatting then. You ready? Looks like neither of us have the energy to go another round. I guess we'll have to call this one a draw. At the very least, I'd say we got in some good training. Well fought, Reen. It's kind of scary how strong you are, though. It was all I could do to keep you at bay. I didn't even get a proper hit on you in the end. You could have, though. All you would have had to do is fire up that power of yours. And you should have, since, you know, I specifically told you to fight like your life depended on it. But... just messing with you. That consideration you always show for others is part of what makes you strong. I know you're still beating yourself up over what happened yesterday, and that's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you've got to get past it and move on. No one can do that for you. But you will, though. I have no doubt about that. So, just keep your chin up and your gaze forward, I guess. Thanks, instructor. I'll try, at least. A lot of people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. Right, down we go, and... Toa's next at the diner. Hey, Reen. Hey there. Glad to see you're taking it easy. You've earned it. Right back at you, Angelica. Are you taking a break together then? No. Are you taking a break together then? You certainly are. Nothing makes me happier than spending some quality time with my dear sweet Toa. George is at the Institute too, so it's just the two of us. And it's about time I whisk her off into our own private little world. No, Angie, stop! You really haven't changed a bit. But in a way, I've missed this. Now we just need Crow. Yeah. Our crew won't be completed until we drag his ass back home kicking and screaming. Maybe I should ask to join them since I'm here and all. Hey, would you ladies mind if I joined you? Not at all. I guess we'll have to pay for you since you're the bright-eyed first year. This really is relaxing. Especially, you know, after you got your teeth kicked in by Sarah how many times. The tea here is nice for a working class diner, isn't it? I've always been fond of this place. Always used to sneak out of the mansion for some booze. I mean, to relax like a sweet and innocent young maiden. Angie, you aren't supposed to be drinking alcohol. Forgive me, my dear. Still, it feels like it's been ages since we were last able to sit and talk like this. Settling things with my father paid off. It really has been too long. Yeah, it has. Hold on. Your hair's looking a little disheveled, Toa. What, it is? Well, it makes sense that it might, I guess. Ever since I started wearing the captain's hat, I haven't been paying much attention. That won't do at all. Your hair's so long and beautiful. You need to take better care of it. I know. Why don't I comb it for you? Oh, would you mind? It's been a long time since you last did it. I kind of missed it. so close. It's adorable. That should do the trick. Oh, wow. It's kind of strange seeing you with your hair down. But I've got to admit, it really suits you. You think? She looks surprisingly mature when she has her hair down, doesn't she? Cuteness and maturity, the best of both worlds. She's such a queen. Okay, that's enough, Angie. Can I please have my bow back? Nope, not yet. This is my chance to try all kinds of fun things with your hair. I've had a collection of ribbons stored away for the next time I got to play with it like this. Stay right there while I go get them. Hold on a minute. Too late. She's unbelievable. I don't know, Toa. There's no harm in spending time like this together once in a while. When you think about it, these are the kind of peaceful moments we're fighting to return to. That's true enough. Angie and I were recently talking about how things would have been if the war hadn't started. If we were still at the academy, our time there would be rapidly coming to an end. We're second years, so this is the time we really need to be thinking about what to do after graduation. Oh yeah. Have you been able to give that any thought? Yeah. I'm okay. I'm fortunate enough to have received offers from all kinds of organizations and ministries. George has gotten them from research facilities and institutes all across the country. And Angie seems to have a lot on her mind about what to do too, and what with her family and all. I've got my work cut out for me if I hope to be in as good a position as you guys when I graduate. You are still a first year, so I wouldn't sweat it if I were you. You've still got plenty of time. To tell you the truth, though, I think the war has made all of us more unsure of what to do. Even assuming that when it does end, we're able to get back to our lives like we were before. I feel like we have a duty to think about this country's future. Just picking some career off a list isn't good enough. I'm amazed you're thinking on such a grand scale. Personally, I feel like I've got my hands full just thinking about my own future. I really can't compare. That's not true at all. I think it's only because of you that we're able to see things like this. Sorry? Well, your class is a source of hope to all of us. It's only because come on, English please. It's only because we got that we can believe in that. We can even think of what to do when the war's over. As long as you're out there fighting to bring it to an end, we can all believe that the end will really come. So, let's keep fighting together, okay? We were able to save Angie. I'm sure we can do anything else. No, I'm sure we can do anything else we put our minds to. You think so? What am I even saying? Of course we can. I feel a lot better now, Toa. Thanks. Glad I could help. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, you're back. If you wanted to enjoy a day with my little Toa, you should have asked, Reen. You're the only man I'd ever think of entrusting her to. I would have helped set things up nice and smooth. What are you talking about, Angie? Another life, Angie. Another life. That's already happened. The Toa Reen ship has already happened in one life, and technically still happening in my solo playthrough of Reverie. I still need to get back to trying to finish Reverie. Alright, next up is Gaius. Hey Gaius. Hey Gaius. You highway bound? That's right. I figured I might head out and fish for a while to pass the time. One of Gwen's favorite fishing holes is supposed to be out there. So I thought I'd give it a try for myself. Oh yeah. I know that one. It's not far from where our boat first landed. Just be careful though. Monsters have gotten a lot tougher than they were when Gwen used to fish out there. Oh, I will. Don't worry about me. In fact, you shouldn't be worrying about anything else, about anything at all. Take some time to de-stress yourself while you've got it. Everyone has times when they just need to open a window and let some fresh air into their lives. I'll give that a try. Thanks. Maybe fishing with Gaius would let me open that window he mentioned. Well, how about we fish together? If it's a good enough way for you to unwind, it's good enough for me. That's what I like to hear. Feels like ages since it feels like 8. Oh wow, trying to do a fake yawn actually made me yawn. Feels like ages since I just put my cares to the side, and it feels like ages since I just put my cares to the side for a while and cast out a line like this. Yeah, ever since the war started, we've had no shortage of things to worry about. It's probably healthy for us to take the opportunity. It's probably healthy for us to take the opportunity to unwind every now and then. Yeah. Even now, I'm feeling all the built-up tension from Come on, English, please. Yeah, even now, I'm feeling all the built-up tension just kind of soften and melt away. Did you fish much back home? I got in some good rod in real time. Sure. Hardly as much as Gwen, though. He used to take me out on his boat to fish, especially when he could tell I was feeling down or about something. Huh, really? He always seemed so composed. I guess I just assumed that nothing ever really got to you like that. Man, that's embarrassing to admit. We've all got our own worries. Don't fret about it. Sure, I feel down sometimes, but it always passes in time. Back home, I was always surrounded by people who cared about me. Mom, Dad, my siblings, neighbors in the settlement. Whenever I started feeling down, they were there to cheer me up. And I always tried to do what I could. And I always tried to do what I could to be there for them in the same way. That sounds like a good life. And that's how you became the dependable Gaius we all look up to. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Still, I'd like to think that if there's ever anything you need, you'll be able to rely on me. This class would never have come as far as we have if we hadn't supported each other along the way. You're right about that. I'll make sure to keep it in mind. Okay, I can't be the only one who thought that sounded more like a fart than a growl. Damn. We might have noticed them earlier if we'd been paying more attention. This reminds me of back when I rescued Lieutenant General Vander a year ago. But at least that time I had a horse. Well, this time you've got me. True. Together we can take them. Well, I'd say we managed to beat the odds. I'd say we managed to beat the odds, wouldn't you? See? You are dependable, just like I said. It takes two to cover each other's backs. And whenever you need me, I'll have yours. Likewise. Wrong one. So Milliam, Emma, Eustace, and then we end with Fee. I guess the Eisengraf's pretty much stuck in Ruhr Station for the time being. Well, better stuck than under Alliance control, right? Now that I think about it, I never went and got what I left in there a while ago. Maybe I should grab it before it starts running again. Maybe I should tag along. It'd be kind of cool to take a look around inside it. Mind if I join you, Milliam? We didn't exactly get to look around last time. We were in there. And to be honest, I'd kind of like to. I'm not stopping you. In the words of Fee, let's roll! Aww. Oh, it's a stuffed bear. Pretty big one, too. He's awesome, isn't he? Gramps bought it for me a while back as a reward for completing a mission. He did? I'm having a hard time imagining Chancellor Osborne buying someone something so cute as a present. Yeah, I guess he didn't seem like the type, huh? He probably bought it for me on a whim. Oh, I wasn't trying to suggest he was a cold-hearted person or anything. Hey, while we're here, you want to go do some exploring? I bet the chairs in here are way softer than a sofa I bet the chairs in here are way softer than any sofa you've ever tried. Sure, why not? Still, we're putting the RMP out, remember? We can't spend too long in here. Man, you weren't kidding. These really are comfy. It was a gift from the Emperor, though. It's no wonder that it'd be so ritzy. I know, right? I'm jealous of how much he got to use it, too. He got to live it up on his own. He got to live it up on his way to the conference in Crossbell. Oh yeah, Prince Olivert and Toa were on board for that trip, too. What's up? Nothing. I was just thinking about how this train's lost its master. Same way you, Captain Claire, and the other Ironbloods have. Oh, that's true. Guess he can't really live it up anymore if he's dead, huh? Nothing we can do about it, though. Crow outsmarted him. That's that. Still can't believe he actually managed to kill him. I wasn't expecting you to be able to talk about him so partially. I mean, if you're upset about it, there's no need to force yourself to let it show, you know? No, there's no need to force yourself not to let it show, you know? Huh? Why would I be? When Dad was shot by that Jaeger, I was beside myself with worry and anger. And the Chancellor was like a father to all of you, wasn't he? So I'm just saying, there's no need to force yourself to seem happy. If you need a shoulder to cry on, Sorry. I really don't know what you mean. What's it even like to cry anyway? What do you mean? What's it like to cry? Surely you've done it before. Everyone has. I'm asking because I seriously don't know. Wait, you're serious? You've never cried? Not once? Guess not. I felt moved when reading books and felt and felt kind of lonely when someone wasn't there anymore. But being so upset about something that tears come out of your eyes just seems kind of alien to me. How? She's never cried? Never? She's younger than the rest of us, but by her age, most people have done it more than they can count. Huh? What did you go all quiet for? Are you still down about the stuff with V? Cheer up, okay? It's no fun if you're all gloomy like that. No, it's okay. I was just having a hard time processing what you were saying. I just want you to remember one thing. To all of us in Class 7, you're both a classmate and a friend. If anything were to ever happen to you, all of us would be incredibly upset and have to cry a lot. Just remember that. Okay. Okay. I still know what you're trying to say, and I'll keep that in mind. I really like all you guys, too. And come on. With how reckless you are, you're gonna run into trouble way before I do. Fair point. I'll be careful. She looks so adorable now hugging the bear. This city's so amazing that I almost can't take it all in. It's not so much a different city as it is a different world. Nothing is familiar. I know a lot of our classmates feel this way, but I grew up in such a rural area. I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. Yeah, I felt the same the first time I was here. It's a far cry from Ymir, that's for sure. Still, while you're here, why not walk around and take in the sights? It's a bit intimidating, but there's a lot to see. Oh, excuse me. That sounds like a fun idea. Enreen, I know it's hard, but I hope things get better for you soon. Thanks, Emma. I hope so too. Maybe she'd appreciate a guide. Rur is a big place and all. How about I give you a guided tour? I've been here before, so I should be able to give you a decent one, at least. Not a Lisa grade, but still. Are you sure you wouldn't mind? I'd love that. What a strange sensation. The idea of moving. I hate that they do this. Especially because the dialogue moves too fast to read. It's like read aloud. What's that big structure over there? An orbital generator, apparently. They provide the energy that this town and its factories need to work. I've heard that they have plans to make more of them too. Or at least they had plans. I'm guessing they've been put on hold until the Rhineford company is fully reorganized again. It's amazing that technology like this actually exists. It's like magic in a way. Whew. There's so much to take in here that my head's still spinning. Every time I thought I'd seen all there was to see, you led me to something that was even more incredible. That's the same way I felt the first time I was here. It gets even more incredible when you realize that in a few decades, places that look like this could be the norm. You may be right, especially with the way technology is always advancing. It reminds me of something I read in a book once. It said technology that is beyond the comprehension of the observer is indistinguishable from magic. That's one way to look at it, sure. But if that is the case, where does it leave witches like me? If people develop new technology, it's embraced people develop new technology, it's embraced with open arms. But our equally convenient magic is feared as heretical. That's why we're forced to live in the shadows, hiding both our existence and our powers away from the people. Is that the only reason we exist? To fulfill duties that nobody even knows about while the world leaves us behind? Sorry, Emma. I never realized you felt that way. No, not at all. I'm the one who should be sorry. I didn't mean to ramble at you like this. You're shouldering a far heavier burden than I am right now. Another person's worries are the last thing you need. Even more so when my duty as a witch is to support you. I'm sure Grandmother and Celine would be very annoyed at me right now. You don't have anything to be sorry about. And honestly, all of your concerns make sense to me. I don't think anyone exists just to fulfill some arbitrary set of duties, especially you. You really think so? Sure. You're a witch that doesn't have to define who you're a witch who doesn't Sure. You're a witch that doesn't have to define who you are as a person. To us, you're Emma, our class president and our friend, who also just so happens to be a witch. Nobody gets to pick how they're born, but everyone deserves to choose how they want to live their lives. I suppose you're right. So don't let being a witch force you into dedicating your life to fulfilling your duties, or whatever. Focus on finding something that you want to do. We're all here to help you do that. You know that, right? You're not alone. I don't think anyone else in our class has figured out exactly how to live their lives either. When you put it that way. There's no supposing about it, is there? You're right. Thank you, Reen. It might not be easy to find something I want to do for myself, but maybe it's time that I start thinking long and hard about it. If I run into any difficulties, though, you'll be the first person I come to for support. Whenever you need it, I'll be there. Okay, and actually it puts me at just the spot I needed to be. I have that already, so I don't need to worry about that. Alright, let's go to Diner F. Alright, so we now have the recipe for Sweet Blue. Just in case, let me go back here. Yep, there's no shiny here. Which means I have that. Hey! Ah, hello, Reen. Ah, hello, Reen. Can we not do this just for today? I feel like I should just wear I feel like I should just wear a short skirt that says, I'm sorry about her. No, I feel like I should just wear a shirt that says, I'm sorry about her or something. Aw, come on. I'm just having a bit of fun with my two best pals. Besides, it's been so long since we've seen each other that she probably misses all the teasing. Really? I'm just so happy to see you again. I was so worried this whole time. I never should have left you alone like that. You must have been really scared. I'm so sorry. I should be the one saying all that. Oh no, here comes the tears. You're such a dummy, Lynn. There. It's great to see the two of you are back together again. Reen, we owe you so much. We might not have seen each other again if it weren't for Class 7 and the Courageous. Now it's time for me to return the favor by joining the crew and doing all I can to help out. You better. Since I'm gonna keep spicing up your lives as the ship's sexiest officer. That's not a... I don't think any airship... That's... nothing. Never mind. I know you're trying to joke to cover up the fact that you're crying. But it's really not working. Boo. Fine. Let's just get on that ship. Follow me. I'll show you the way. Alright then. Thanks again, Reen. We'll see you later, okay? See you on board. Alright, that's number 1. Is Hugo here? He's... yes. Alright, that's the last of my business. That's the last of my business here for the time being. Preparations have been made, dotted lines have been signed. I've just got to get in contact with our capital office. Looks awfully busy. I guess I'm fighting him to join the Courageous. Can wait until after maintenance is done. Alright, yep, nope, okay, can't go to that. So we have to wait until after everything is done. I'll be heading out shopping soon. From our perspective, causing one of the 4 great houses to withdraw from the war is a monumentous achievement. But from my brothers, it's likely all within the realm of expectations. I doubt we caused him a moment of hesitation. The only thing it's done is reclassified us as more of a threat. So we'll need to be more careful than ever as we fly around. Yikes. Yeah. Didn't even think about that. Still, I would not advise becoming so cautious that we're unable to get anything done. But that's a thought for another time. Right now, you should focus on taking some time to unwind. I think I will. Thanks, Eustace. Resting up wouldn't be so bad. But maybe I should join him in his shopping. Could I join you? Honestly, shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve. Shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve stress just as well as a nap. Do what you will. My first stop is RF Arms. Just double checking to make sure I'm not missing anything before I finish up. Are you really going to use all these? Are you really going to use all these whetstones on your sword? And how much reinforcing tape does that hilt need? Better to be too well prepared than found wanting in a pinch. Particularly with the future as uncertain as it is. I would expect my father is already aware of what happened here in Nordia. Knowing him, he's probably already preparing to retaliate. Maybe you're right. Especially with him working on a soldat like V's for his own personal use. Which is why we prepare ourselves as best we can for whatever lies ahead. Speaking of, I still have a number of other things to buy, including a book that the war managed to delay. Come, we're going to the general store. Okay, sure. We're starting to pick up a lot, though. Think we're going to be able to carry all this back to the ship? We aren't doing anything. You are. What? Hurry and take these to the counter. We don't have all day. I think my arms are starting to go dead. How'd you end up getting me to carry all of this for you? I mean, I guess I could have said no, but still. Ah, fuck, I hate that. You feel like you're about to sneeze, and then it just immediately stops. Come now. You wouldn't make me waste my strength on such a heavy load, would you? Besides, given all the time you spent assisting the student council, I'd imagine you're used to menial tasks like this. Just pretend I'm Toa. I doubt you ever give her any guff. No. There's a mental image. No, there's a mental image I wasn't prepared for. Better that than leaving your mind free to focus on burdens you'd need not shoulder. Come along now. Wait, is he trying to keep me busy so I don't have time to think about what happened yesterday? That's really nice of him, in a cold, off-putting, useless sort of way. But even so, I'm grateful. Ugh. I get what he's trying to do, but I don't know how much more of this my arms can take. Come on, Eustace. You can at least take something. Anything. Eustace? Something in that magazine catch your eye? What's that? It's not the Imperial Chronicle. Look for yourself. Noble Alliance marches to victory. The glorious Noble Alliance, led by Duke Cayenne and Chief of Staff Rufus Alborea, continues their victorious streak. Their quest to carry the country into a new, brighter future feels all the more complete with each new success. And it should only be a matter of time before the foolish Imperial army is eradicated once and for all. Well, this is quite the article. Not exactly going for the unbiased approach. Are they? Of course not. I imagine the writers are just as much under the Alliance's thumb as those of the Imperial Chronicle. They're trying to manipulate public perception of the Alliance in preparation for their rule after the war is won. Both Duke Cayenne and my brother are thinking of not only how to win the war, but how to control Erebonia afterward. That's how far they're able to think. Sorry, Eustace. This must be hard on you. Still, that doesn't mean we're going to lose. That doesn't mean we're going to lose out by not doing the same. Instead of focusing on the way things might be, we should focus on the here and now. What we can do to change things. If we do, I'm sure the future we want will fall into place. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I wouldn't disagree. So what if they're thinking 3 moves ahead? That all falls apart if we do something to shake up their plans. And that's just what we'll do. We'll get to the future we want. To think you're capable of such positivity so soon. But I suppose you still have much more of a capacity for it than I do. I want you back to your usual self as soon as possible, Reen. We won't be able to secure this future of ours otherwise. Let's see what I can do. Now, if you'd please take a bag, Eustace. Alright, with that, it's just Fee. Actually, hang on. Even though I already have the books, blah 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 blah. Gambler Jack 2, Chapter 10. Yep, I have that. Imperial Chronicle. Yep, we have all that. Alright, and now off to Fee. Wherever she is. Left side. All the way at the end. Heading back to the ship, Reen? Nah, not yet. I'm just wandering and trying to figure out what to do. If I really can't think of anything, I'll probably go check on Valimar and then laze around inside. I'm exhausted after everything that went down yesterday. Me too. It's hard to get what happened to V out of my head. He might have been our enemy, but he gave his condolences to our boss's death back at the mine, so it's hard to hate him. He did, didn't he? I almost forgot. I guess it makes sense that I'm not the only one who feels down after all that. It might do me good to spend some time with Fee since we're both here. Hey, mind if I hang with you for a bit? I mean, if you think I'll be in the way, just tell me and I'll get going. Of course you won't. Stay here for as long as you'd like. Thanks, Fee. Oh, kitty. Huh? What's a kitten doing here? He doesn't look too happy. Maybe he's been separated from his mother? He's not wearing a collar, so I'm guessing he's a stray. Reen. Don't worry, we've got some time before we need to head back. Let's see if we can reunite him with his mother, shall we? Huh. Oh, right, of course. Get the cat to help find the cat. Over there. Looks like we found our mother. Yep. Even without knowing what they're saying, it's obvious that they're family. I'm just glad we were able to reunite these two. Me too. His mother must have been looking for him all this time. Nice to know his family didn't abandon him after all. Fee? Carrying him around reminded me of something that happened the day the boss died. Just before he fell in battle, too. What happened? We wanted to watch the battle between him and the Red Constellation's leader, so we set up a camp nearby. All of a sudden, a Jaeger wandered into our camp. Girl about my age. Another Jaeger that young? Maybe a year older than me? I don't know. She'd come from the Red Constellation's camp on the other side of the battlefield. All because she was chasing a stray cat. Hold on. She wandered into an enemy camp just before battle? That seems like an incredibly bad idea. What happened? No, we didn't attack her or anything. They weren't exactly in the mood to start anything with us at that point either. So the two of us just talked while she played with the cat. Wow. I can hardly imagine having a casual conversation with an enemy just before your leader fights to the death. It's also kind of depressing to think that there are other Jaegers your age out there too. I guess not exactly rare, but she was really strong enough to lead a whole battalion in their corps. Ah, I know who they're talking about. I won't say because spoilers for the next game, but I know who they're talking about. But she was really strong enough to lead a whole battalion in their corps. It was like she lived to be out on the battlefield and killing. Loved fighting as much as anyone I'd ever seen. I mean, maybe she gets mentioned in Zero and Azure because she's related to someone from that game. I don't know. I haven't played Zero or Azure yet, but I'm still not going to say anything just in case it is spoilers. But I know who they're talking about. She was more man-eating tiger than girl. Sounds like the two of you are total opposites. People tend to paint all Jaegers with the same brush, but the more I talk to you, the more I realize how different they all are. I wonder what she's doing now. I bet she's okay though. She was strong enough that she'd be fine, even if her family left her behind. That's another way we're different. Unlike her, as soon as my family left me, I became a weak little girl who couldn't do anything for herself. There's more to strength than just proficiency in battle, you know. And even if there weren't, you've become a much better fighter since you joined Class 7. I've definitely seen big improvements since our first battle as a class. Maybe you're right. If I am, though, it's because all of you have been there to support me. There's no question about that. Hey, we all help each other improve and get stronger, both on the battlefield and off. You've helped every one of us. But we've all still got room to grow, and at this rate, we're going to need to do as much growing as we can. Yeah. Well, you've got a point. But together we'll get strong enough to go through all this. I know we will. Alright, this is live. Yep, okay, all done. Off to the Courageous. Is what I would say, but I'll be right back. I gotta make a quick run to the bathroom.
Greetings, my lady.
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your assistance, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart. Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
Then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep. Should you require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here?
Oh, there goes that nap.
Yes, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
George, is something wrong?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment, and an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your Divine Knight. How soon do you think you can come over?
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
I want to check it. Trying to remember how his voice was. The name is G. Schmidt. I serve it. I'm not gonna get his voice down until I hear it again. Unfortunately, the name is G. Schmidt. I serve as the institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of the Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be one of the students who helped get you. Besides, he happens to be one of the students who helped get you that minor medal earlier in the year. And one of the students put that request without any input from me. He should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Some things never change. Putting that aside, is it true? Were you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldats? It is. Duke Cayenne made the request, and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot Ordine and the Society's archaisms as a reference point, and then designed a frame that could be mass-produced with even with the Reinford Company's technological capabilities. Oh, excuse me, had a burp. Afterwards, I drew up plans for several models and oversaw the completion of a Draken prototype a few months back. Why do you ask? you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Marine. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses himself in it until he's done, and to hell with the consequences. The railway guns in Guerrilla Fortress and the orbital wave jamming devices in Nord were both designed by him too. Unbelievable! Bah! An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity. It's a sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? It was because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Yeah, I totally get it, unfortunately. Alright. What made you come visit the professor to begin with? Of course. That's what I called you here for. And I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
I'm sorry, too many on cookie. George told me about what you're after. He said you want a weapon. He said you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really? You'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibilities. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. Zemiria War. Ring any bells for you, Reen? I think so. You used that to make a weapon for us before, didn't you, George? Oh, you know of it? Saves me the effort of explaining, then. And it's an extremely rare ore found here in Zemiria. It's an astoundingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the soul dots, the frames of the Divine Knights are made up of that very ore. Your Ashen Knight included. I had no idea. The double saber Ordine used appears to be made of it too. Which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zemirian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need a vast quantity of ore. Yet it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials, and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights it's of great interest to me. Even when you're helping. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing the soul dots, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me feel ill. Bear in mind, Zemirian ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough of it to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design you the finest Tachi you'll ever lay. No, that. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design you the finest Tachi you'll have ever laid eyes on. On my name as an engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Where or not, we're going to find all the Zemirian ore we can to make this work. keep my expectations low. Sorry, let me just finish this last cookie. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship. To be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. I could get used to this. Wow. I can't believe how quickly you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit here between the two of us. This job's all yours now. Why, thanks. I hereby accept the position of I hereby accept the position of chief helmsman and courageous second in command. She really is amazing. That's one of the There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along, the good news is that we were able to liberate Ruhr. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation. Excuse me. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marquis Ragnar and his provincial army's withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before was the Nordia provincial army, after all. So the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in Eastern Arabonia, though. They still come out on top in the West. Right. Prince Oliver said as much too. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother Eustace. He's a brilliant leader, and it shows. I see. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we were entrusted with, and fretting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? That's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is. So let's make every moment count. Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on the situation with Valamar's weaponry? Ah, right. How could we forget? Professor Schmidt agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, Elisa. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, it's only going to help if we happen to find enough Zemurian ore to make the weapon. How we're gonna get that stuff? How we're gonna get stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said that Valimar himself is made of that ore, didn't you? You wouldn't happen to have any idea, would you, Emma? I'm afraid the Hexen clan knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down through the clans say that they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans. They were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. Huh. That's an interesting name. I know the term from old stories, much like anyone else, but I had no idea a band of artisans by that name existed. Supposedly, they once worked closely with the clan's ancestors, but somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't tell you exactly when. I'm curious. Maybe so, but none of that's going to help us find any ore. Our chances of finding enough were pretty slim to begin with. I know where you can get enough, but only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. You do? Really? What do I have to gain by lying? You're aware of those strange ruins scattered all over the country, right? Oh yeah. Where the higher elements were active. Those are the ones. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of Septian veins long, long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive Zemurian ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So if there's any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. Why didn't you tell us this before now? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? It wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? No need to bite our heads off. Hey, she told us now, right? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines, and we'll be rolling in ore. Let's hope so. We've got a lot on our plate. Checking up on the country. We've got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine's been our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't going to scare us away, right? Right. So here's the airliner, got hijacked, Isengard range. Okay. Dearest ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the liberty of calling upon, unbeknownst to my worthy rival, I have left a letter. Imagine you, Salbarea, weeping for the safety of his province's people as they're chased through the streets. Okay, so beat monster, blue blonde being blue blonde, and rescuing people. This one's from Klein. I'm happy to see the Hebels with him. I'm happy to see the Hebels with him too. Not so much about the airliner going missing, though. Doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore. Dangerous as it sounds. Look at this one. Phantom Thief B? What's this about reading a letter? As if we have the time to be concerning ourselves with his pathetic antics. I know what you mean, really. But ignoring it might be even worse. Yep. We've got our work cut out for us. Hey, Reen. I want to help. No, I want to help look out for everyone. Let me come with you, okay? Of course, Svi. You're always welcome. I mean, you're always in the party anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think Celine and I should come with you when you're exploring the shrines too. I was about to say the same thing. And make sure you're ready. And make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials were difficult. I mean, you're also pretty much a mainstay of the party. You, and you. You. Okay, first and foremost. Oh, are you two helping out? Are you two helping out on the bridge? That's right. I've decided to join the crew as a radio officer. Sounds like I've got plenty of work in store for me. Sounds like I've got plenty of work in store for me, but I'm up for the challenge. She's always had magic hands when it comes to communications equipment. Perhaps she was inspired by the desires to bridge the gap between her and a handsome gentleman from afar. That is so not it. Anyway, I'll do my best to earn my keep aboard the Courageous. So please let me know if there's anything you need. You bet. Thanks. She's in the workshop. Alright, let's speed through this dialogue. Okay. Alright, there is Blade 2, so check cards.
Promise you'll go easy on me? Shall we draw? And the first move is all yours, Reen. Ow! I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Ow! I wasn't expecting that. Oh, we have the same score. I'm going first. I'm going to use a bolt card. Allow me to power up a little.
No, I lost.
Well, how about that?
I should have kept one of those cards. I should have kept one of the bolts.
It's time to duel.
Wrong game.
Come on, draw time going first. Whoosh.
Okay, she didn't get rid of the. She didn't get rid of that, so that's good.
So sorry. What was that for? Time to power up. Ah! What was that for? I wanted to win.
Okay, we've had our fun with that. Also seems I went on the wrong floor. Oh, Reen, did you see the request from Klein and Hebel? Yeah. Sounds like they've run into something pretty serious. You've read the details too, right? About the airline being hijacked and the passengers being taken hostage? Yeah. This would usually be a matter for one of the armies. But with the war going on, they can't spare the manpower. That's when the two of them decided to step in and take matters into their own hands. And if we can, be sure to go and help them out. Where did it say they were currently waiting? The Isengard range, right? Right. Apparently the hijacked airliner is being kept somewhere near them. I know their exact coordinates too. So just let me know when you're ready to go. We'll get you right there.
Where do you want to go?
Okay, so we can go automatically there. Let's first stop in Ruhr
Leave
so
it
I
to
can go
me.
get Hugo. Ah, hello. Hey, Hugo. You're on business? You bet. I'm here to finalize negotiations on a deal with the Reinford Company. Oh, and while I've got the chance, on behalf of Kleist & Co., let me thank you for your considerable efforts the other day. Sometimes it strains belief that you're just a student like us and not a seasoned businessman. Well, either way, this presents a good chance. There's something we want to talk to you about. I see. I expected you'd turn up and ask me eventually. I'm certainly not opposed to fighting alongside you. After all, it seems like you've even got Becky lending you a hand. And you'll come with us? Well, yes and no. I can't just hop on board. I just can't hop on board right this instant. I still have my fingers in a few pies around here. In fact, I'm in the middle of setting up a commerce network with some other like-minded individuals. A commerce network? You heard me. This network will unite commercial firms and businesses all across Erebonia, with Kleist & Co. at the center. And if everything goes according to plan, I just might be able to do something about the stagnant flow of goods in Erebonia. Or that's my plan, at least. It'd be quite the coup. It'd be quite the coup for Kleist & Co.'s head of sales to. It'd be quite the coup for Kleist & Co.'s head of sales to bring an idea that big to life. I'd say it just makes sense for a man in my position, wouldn't you? That sounds like an awfully major undertaking, though. It sounds like a worthwhile endeavor, at the very least. Are you here on business? Are you here on business related to that, then? That's right. But I'm done here, at least for the moment. There's still a few more places I need to stop by, though. Which is why I'm afraid I can't come with you just yet. Not until I've gotten all these boxes checked. Oh, okay. Well, if you're busy, then you're busy, I guess. I wonder if there's anything we can do to help him. How about this? We've got our own airship. How about we just go to all the places you haven't gotten to yet? You? We've been flying all over the eastern half of the Empire. In all likelihood, we'll be paying those places a visit anyway. If you ask me, it seems sensible to let us take care of it. I think you're onto something there. All right, I think I will let you guys handle this. Great. So where haven't you been able to get to? GLEGam and Ymir are my last two. I've had a chance to touch bases with my contacts in all the other major locations already. All you need to do is find the person representing each town's merchants and vendors, and get them to sign one of these. Seems perfectly doable. I'll make sure these get where they need to go. Ymir should be a snap at least. I know the head of the Merchants Association there. Well, good luck then. We'll meet here when you've finished everything up. I'll be commuting to and from Heimdall, getting this squared away before I come aboard. Sounds good to me. Shall we be off then? Alright, first, I guess let's swap Milliam with Laura.
Where do you want to go?
Next, off to Ymir.
Full speed ahead!
Hey, Lord Reen. Can I get you something? Actually, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Forming a network with a big company from Heimdall, huh? It sounds like a pretty good idea, actually. We're having a hard time getting stuff in lately, but it's clear we aren't the only ones. Working together on a common problem sounds like a great way to go forward. So that means, think I can have a look at that contract. Thanks for bringing this to me. Oh, and while you're here, come by and play with Alf again if you've got the time. He misses you. We appreciate your cooperation, and I'll definitely swing by when all this is over. That just leaves the shop in GLEGam.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me!
Nope, I had a feeling in here. And yep, there we go. Oh, if it isn't Lady Laura, is there something I can help you with? As a matter of fact, yes. Well now, that is interesting. It certainly makes sense for us merchants to come together in times like these. Does that mean you're willing to join the network? Gladly. May I see that contract? Thank you very much. We appreciate your cooperation. I'll think nothing of it. I could never turn down a personal request from you, Lady Laura. Well, I wish you the best of luck in whatever you're off to do next. That takes care of both contracts. Better get back to Hugo and Ruhr.
Where do you want to go? Full speed ahead!
Oh, you're back. I take it you were able to get some fresh ink on those contracts then? Sure did. Here you go. Ah, these are perfect. Thanks for taking care of that for me. Now we've got all the main commercial firms in Eastern Erebonia in our network. But with things as they are, the West will have to wait. In good time though. We should be able to bring them on board too. That was quite the runaround. Well, at least we're done now. Kleist & Co. is a very sizable firm, even by the capital standard. So I can see this being a landmark arrangement. Well, now that we've got that taken care of, what do you say? You come with us aboard the Courageous? I will. I've already made everyone at the company aware of my travel itinerary, so I can leave whenever you're ready. One thing though, could you give me a hand with something, Reen? I'd like to open a shop on board, you see. There's just one thing I need to do while we're at it. Sure, that's fine. There we go. That should do it. I made sure to bring only the best of the best from our company. It's a pretty fine selection now. All that's left is to use it. All that's left now is to use it all to aid you. Thanks. We really appreciate it. Here you go. Oh, hey, Becky. Don't you hey Becky me? No, don't you hey Becky me? No, with that cool attitude of yours, wee man. First you decide to roll in out of nowhere, then you get the bright idea to set up shop right bleeding next to me. What's the issue? This is just about the only spot worth setting up shop in. I figured even you would realize that. Ah. Wee Bam doesn't even realize how worried I was. Setting that aside, what's the deal with this wee network you're cobbling together all under the rug like? No one at the Grand Market got told. Trying to cut us out of the picture, eh? Huh? Didn't you tell us that GLEGam and Ymir were the only places left? Sorry, I kept you in the dark on purpose. Not for any pernicious reason, I assure you. Mostly so I could do this. What's this now? I figured it'd be easiest to hand it to you in person, since I knew you were already aboard the Courageous. And now that I'm here, we've got the network's Kleist & Co. and Keldik's representatives working closely together. We should be able to handle things far more efficiently this way. I see you had this all planned out. Ah, typical Hugo. Alright, let's just check. Alright, well, she's not coming with us. Alright, anything else?
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me!
I got the RMP to drop me off at Ruhr and made my way over here to check on things. Sounds like the battle was pretty wild. I'm surprised you guys made it out. I'm surprised you guys made it out of there. I'm surprised you guys made it out of there with all your fingers and toes. You guys are straight up miracle workers. I wish I could say that's true. Something happened? Hey, I'm not gonna pry or anything, but just don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. Just don't let it get you too down, okay? If it'd cheer you up, I could show you my top secret cuties of the RMP collection. I appreciate the thought, but maybe you should keep that hidden. That might be a good idea. But I do have some you could look at in public. Check out this novel I read. You'd be amazed at how quick a book can make. You'd be amazed at how quick a book can make time go when you're traveling. Maybe it'll come in handy for you. This I will take you up on. Thanks. Oh, looked like there was something there. Hey, Margarita! Oh, my wonderful Vincent. How many more cold nights must I endure without you to keep me warm? Margarita? Is that you? Reen? Class 7? Are you all here to see me? How sweet. It's nice to see that you're well, Margarita. Yes. It was definitely worth taking a massive detour to find out if one of your schoolmates was well or not. Speaking of, what are you doing here? I should have swapped fucking Melium back in. Damn it. Speaking of, what are you doing here? Well, I stayed at the academy for a while. My family sent someone to pick me up and take me home before too long, though. Then I snuck off on the way back, and here I am. And you thought that... Sorry, rubbing my eye. It's making it hard to read. And you thought that was a good idea because... Oh, silly Reen. Surely you don't have to ask. Because the love of my life, Vincent, is still at the academy. I couldn't bear to be separated from him for a single moment longer than I must. Vincent Floralds held the rather high esteem. Vincent Floralds is held in rather high esteem among the second years. You're so devoted, Margarita. Love truly works in mysterious ways. One good weirdo deserves another. I know as well as anyone how terrifying it is when this woman sets her sight on you. Just the memory makes me shiver. Two star-crossed lovers separated by war. It's a tragedy for the ages. Though I have been trying to return to the academy ever since, unfortunately I've now ended up stuck here. When will we finally be able to see each other again? I think of him every moment of every day, and yet cruel fate continues to tear us apart. I was going to invite her to the Courageous, but it doesn't seem right when she's so down in the dumps. Maybe someone who knows her better than I do would be able to cheer her up. Someone from her club, maybe. Yep, that's why I said I should have brought fucking Milliam. Alright, Laura, tag out. Huh? When did you turn into a big old damsel in distress? This isn't the Margarita I know. The Margarita I knew was fun. Fun? Just what are you implying? Well, first of all, the Margarita I know never gives up. And when she sees something she wants, she takes it. I mean, none of my other friends ever mix shady drugs into food to get people to fall for them. And nobody else spends entire days stalking the guys they like and blocking their escape routes. She's the kind of girl who'd jump into hell and take the place over in a second if she thought Vincent was hiding down there. Well, wait. Is this list of crimes supposed to be a pep talk? Anyway, you see what I mean? That's the Margarita I know from back at Thor's. But now I see this Margarita sitting around waiting for Vincent to come to her. That's no fun at all. But I guess it's none of my business. I'm just a bit let down is all. You know, you are absolutely right. Love is a battle. A bloody, protracted, no-holds-barred battle that you have to fight for yourself. I really don't like where this is going. Consider yourselves lucky. From this day forth, I will be by your side, offering my valuable assistance. I'll go out and hunt down my beloved Vincent myself. Then I'll never ever let him escape my embrace again. There she is. There's the Margarita I know. Good to have you back. See, this is already way more fun. Oh no, Milliam's reawakened the beast. I'm sorry, Vincent. I'll keep you in my prayers. Alright, we have Margarita. Oh, I missed Stefan back at Ruhr. Alright, so gotta go back to Ruhr. I thought I forgot someone at Ruhr, but oops.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me!
Hi, Not Ferris. Oh, aren't you guys from Class 7? How's it going? Your name's Rado, isn't it? You're the researcher you're the researcher we met during our field study here. Oh yeah. Didn't we help you out on something while we were here? Wow, good memory. It's good to see you again. I can't thank you enough for liberating Ruhr either. The number of reasons for me to be in your debt keeps going up and up. I don't know about that. Still, is there anything we can do for you? You seem bothered about something. Oh, you can tell? Well, you see, someone I know is missing. He actually goes to your school, but he's a second year. So I don't know if you'd know him. His name's Stefan. Stefan? Did he ever mention being in the lower classes chess club? He made it to Ruhr? I seem to recall Regnance being friends with someone by that name. He did. As a matter of fact, he made it here with a few other Thor students. One of his relatives is enrolled here, so he ended up studying in our department on their recommendation. But where could he have gone? You don't know where he went, do you? I'm guessing he went to test this little gadget he's been working on here. I told him to be careful if he planned to go out, so I doubt he'd have too much to worry about, but, you know, still a little concerned though. Maybe we should go look for him. Do you mind if we go out looking for him? Just in case? There's no way we turn our backs on anyone in danger. On top of that, he's a fellow Thor student. You sure? I mean, if you are, by all means. I'm guessing Savon's somewhere along the Nordia Highway. Oh, excuse me. You've been there before, right? It's to the south. Take care, though. The monsters around here are more dangerous than ever lately. Thanks for the warning. I'll be sure to bring him back. Alright, let's head over to the highway. Alright, he's not on Highway 1. What the fuck? Oh, cryptid. Ah, right, I gotta do that. I gotta do that trial chest too. What the? That looks like... Don't come any closer. Goddess, please help. Stefan! Machias? Reen? Leave these monsters to us. We'll take care of them.
Hostile spotted. Beginning combat. I'll handle it.
Okay, they're all the same thing. Just one happens to be smaller than the other two. Get blinded,
Here.
idiots.
Too slow. Now.
Got you! Let's move!
Second form.
Gale!
Here I go. Arcus activate. Here I go. Now. Ah,
I did it!
Whew. There we go. You aren't hurt, are you, Stefan? No, I'm fine. Thanks for coming to my aid. I don't even have a scratch on me. Not thanks to you coming to my aid. I don't even have a scratch on me. Thank you so much, Machias. The rest of you guys too. And now that I'm not about to become some monstrous next meal, let me say that I'm just as glad to see you all. It's good to see you too. I was praying you made it. I was praying you made it out of Trista all right. Same here. Another happy reunion. It's rather touching to see them, isn't it? Hooray! That's checkmate for the chess club. Go on. Enjoy a passionate embrace with one another. We aren't watching. You just shut up. What are you doing all the way out here anyway? This doesn't seem like the safest place for a student to be alone. Well, I came here to conduct a test on a program I developed at the Institute. I think it'll prove useful to you. So if I could, I'd like to get it finished before hopping aboard. Unfortunately, I ran into a nasty bug during testing, and now it won't work properly. It was when I was trying to fix it that those monsters suddenly surrounded me. You see, well, in that case, I studied programming quite a bit back at the academy, so I'm inclined to think I might be of some help to you. What do you say? Really, Machias? That'd be swell. It's done. Now it works perfectly. Thank you, Machias, and everyone here too. Thanks again. I'm just glad I wasn't out of my depth. Incidentally, what kind of program is it? It's a database system to gather info from combat situations. Not to blow my own trumpet, but it's really useful. You can pull up anything stored in it. You can pull up anything stored in this little guy's. You can pull up anything stored in this little guy instantly. Wow. Recording combat statistics? Huh? Wow, recording combat statistics? Huh. That does sound rather convenient. Yep. And knowing is half the battle. I tried inputting the data from the fight you just had as a test, and it's looking like it'll work great. Sorry. Sorry I had to put you out to finish things, but thanks to you, it ended up being a huge success. I'll have to go and let Rado know about this right away. All right, everyone ready to head back to the Institute? Thanks a ton for finding him. I'm guessing you're gonna go with them, Stefan. That's right. Still, thank you so much for all you've done for me. Now I'm going to do my best to support my fellow Academy students. Awesome. And good luck. I'll keep rooting for you. By the way, I put the database program you made onto a memory quartz. All you need to do is install it onto one of the Courageous' computers, and you'll be good to go. Thanks. This will sure come in handy. It'll be great to have Stefan with us. Let's work to take back our academy together. You bet. They're so worked up. They're so worked up. You'd think they were in some sort of. You'd think they were in some sports club instead. All right, so that knocks out Stefan. So next up, we have Margarita, and so it's Kenneth is in Nordia Highway 3. So easiest way to get to Nordia Highway 3.
Where do you want to go?
Is to actually go back from Schwartz Drake Barrier.
Full speed ahead!
That also lets me get to the
Let's ride.
This also lets me get to that that chest I need to, the trial chest I need to do. I'll worry about the shrines after I take care of all the side quests.
Let's not overestimate ourselves. Stay focused.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Ha!
Dang it. Huh? Green? Is that you? Kenneth! So this is where you've been. So, this is Kenneth from the fishing club. One of Baron Lake Lord's sons, is he not? Oh man, I'm so glad to see you're safe. What have you been doing all this time? I haven't been here long. But have I got some stories for you? I left the academy as soon as the war broke out, of course. I guess I could have gone back home after that, but I didn't really feel like it. So instead, I've been wandering between places, unaffected by the war, living off of the fish I catch. Gutsy move. Anyway, I'm glad we ran into you. Would you be willing to join us? We could really use your help. Annabelle's been worried sick about you this whole time too. Huh? Really? Never would have guessed you were the ones on the Courageous. Well, it's an appealing offer, and I am pretty worried about Annabelle. But I can't right now. There's something I need to do here first. Aw, come on! In a nutshell, something really important fell into the river, which would be pretty bad in and of itself, but a fish just so happened to be swimming by and swallowed it. I want to catch the fish and get it back. Something really important, huh? Yeah, but I'll catch it. I'll be staying right here until I do. Once I've done that, though, I'll come and join you. How about that? Well, I could try to help you catch it. Remember, I know how to fish, and we're bound to increase our odds of catching it with two fishermen, right? You mean it? Thanks. That'd be great. The fish I'm after is a gluttonous bass. True to its name, it swallows anything it can get its big mouth around. Gluttonous bass, huh? Yeah, I can keep an eye out.
This spot looks perfect for fishing. Caught one.
Kenneth, look! This fish has a necklace in its mouth. Whoa, nice work, Green. You caught our fish way faster than I expected. Mind if I take a closer look? This is it. This is her necklace. I'm so happy I was able to recover it. Or that you were able to. Who's her? I was under the impression that we were looking for something of yours. Do you mind if we ask who it belongs to? Oh, I thought I told you already. Guess not. It's Annabelle's. Annabelle's? That's right. It's a memento of her grandmother. She dropped it in the river while we were running away together. So I thought I'd come back and see if I could find it for her. That's awfully ambitious. I guess fishing actually can be useful. Still, I couldn't be happier that you caught this for me. I better go give it back, shouldn't I? Hop on the Courageous and we'll give you a lift. We'll be in your mirror before you know it. Well, when you put it like that. When did he get home? Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, he's home. That is his acoustic guitar I'm hearing. When did he get home? Yes, this is it. This is Grandmother's necklace. Mission complete. Take care not to let it be consumed by a fish again. Thank you so much, all of you. Green's the one who deserves all the thanks. He was the one who caught the fish that had swallowed it. It was honestly just luck that I caught it before you did. I bet if we hadn't shown up when we did, you'd have caught it yourself just fine without me. I'd like to believe I would have at least. Regardless, with this necklace, I'm now free to leave here whenever I wish. Let me take this opportunity to thank you for your advice. No, let me take this opportunity to thank you for your advice too, Kenneth. I didn't do anything major, honestly. I hope you managed to sort out the whole engagement issue, though. Yes, so do I. Sounds like this is a personal matter we shouldn't intrude in. Anyway, I guess this means it's finally time for me to join you guys on the Courageous. I've got to repay you for all you've done for me and all that. We'll be happy to have you aboard with us. Okay, so that's pretty much everyone recruitable that isn't tied to an event right now. So with that, let's go check the shops real quick. Ah, okay, he sells the really expensive shit. Like, he sells the really, really expensive shit. Alright, Margarita takes the peculiar dishes. Which I'm gonna wait till I just get everything, until I get the last of these, and then hand everything into both her and Monica. I guess let's take care of this side quest in here first. Huh? A letter? Alright, it's probably from Phantom Thief B. This must have been what he meant by where the blue cross indicates. Yep, this is him, alright. What should I do, though? Honestly, I'm half tempted. What should I do, though? Honestly, I'm half tempted to just cram it in my pocket and keep going about my day. No, I think I should read it. What if it's about a crime he's already committed? I'd hate to just be sitting on it until later, only to find out when I read it that it's too late to undo any harm he's done.
To my dear friends in Class 7.
Thank God I don't have to read it.
I've taken the liberty of preparing an enjoyable diversion to spice up your mundane day-to-day lives a little.
Well, look at that. I'm already regretting opening this thing. Ah, boo, I have to read it. I continue to watch your radiance from afar, ever dazzled by its brilliance. That radiance is no doubt the fruit of the bonds you share with one another, bonds which today I wish to test. I wish to see how you act when the seeds of distrust and discord are sown among you, and I shall be watching very close by, to witness so rare and priceless an occasion. I will be stealing from you one of your beloved classmates.
I hope you'll enjoy this little experiment. I know I certainly will.
Steal one of her classmates? Damn. I have to tell the others about this. There's not a moment to wait.
Now, let the game begin.
God damn it, Blue Blonde.
Dance for me a beautiful dance, each step replete with uncertainty.
Ah, shit. I can't believe he was able to access the ship's intercom system. And even the lights? Oh, they're back on now. I need to hurry and check on the others. Anyway, that's why I asked you all to come here, but... everyone seems to be present and accounted for, at least to me. Perhaps the whole business about him stealing one of us was a lie, then. I don't know. He doesn't seem to be the type who'd go to all this effort and then not follow through. You think he's already struck? No. You think he's already struck? Stolen a member of Class 7 and assumed their identity? No way. If he did, he's a true master of disguise. Everyone looks the same as ever to me. I don't know if this is related to the current situation, but after the lights came back on, I found this card in the Orbital Factory area downstairs. one of B's calling cards. Can I have a look at it? The theft has been conducted successfully. I am now among your numbers. So Angelica was right then? Wait, there's more. Having established that, allow me to lay down the rules for our little game. Reen Schwarzer, you shall take the mantle of detective. Your mystery is to discover whom among you I have replaced. To make things a little more interesting, I'll allow Sylphie to aid you as your assistant. Me? What a twisted man. This is all just some game to him. Naturally, I have not taken the place of the detective or assistant, and not of your tutor either. I have assumed the identity of another of Class 7's members. I look forward to your struggles to discover which one. Here's to your success. So we're all potential suspects then. I sure hope he didn't choose Emma. If we exclude Reen, Fee, and Instructor Sarah, that leaves 8 people. That could be him. It's starting to sound kind of fun. As long as you're not suspecting me, then it wouldn't be much fun. Before the game begins, however, I would like to set forth 2 rules. In the interest of a fair and enjoyable game, of course. Rule 1. Questions must concern events that happened after you went your separate ways from the bridge. Inquiring about things that happened before or about personal information I could not possibly know is strictly forbidden. You may not consult with anyone outside of Class 7. That includes Purple Lightning. Should you violate either of these rules, I can offer no guarantee of the safety of your missing member. I would assume that by now, you know me well enough to realize this is no idle jest. Well, that's everything. You sure can fit a lot on these cards. Toa, don't say anything. You might break the second rule. Yeah, for their sake. I think it'd be best for us to just keep our mouths shut and let them figure this out now. Indeed. We can't risk putting whoever he's taken hostage in danger. I guess I'm in the off limits camp too. Good thing she didn't mention that she doesn't feel any similar magic source from Emma or anything like that. Or that she feels or that Emma's magic feels the same as normal, because that would have basically immediately knocked Emma out of the race. Can't say I'm really thrilled to think that creep is sitting right here among us. Indeed, especially when we can't even help Class 7 identify him. Just leave this to us. We'll get him. Well, okay. For now, I think it'd be best for us to leave the room then. We'll be sure to tell everyone on board to stay away from this room too. Good luck, everyone. All right. We're finally ready to get this started. Now we just need to decide how we're going to work this out. The first rule is going to be a pain. The one where we can only ask questions about things that happened after we all split up after being on the bridge. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would be a fairly simple matter. True. I doubt he'd know what we had for dinner yesterday, for example, but all of us would. Which means the rule exists so he has plenty of time to savor the enjoyment before we work out the answer. Give me a break. So, which one of us is he pretending to be then? I don't really like having to doubt each other like this. He did say his intentions was to test our bonds. I suppose this is one way to do that. You worked something out yet, Reen? I wish. So far, I've got nothing. How about you? Same here. Maybe we should give everyone a pat down. What? I guess that's not technically in violation of any of the rules. Then I see no harm in doing so. But don't worry, I'll handle the girls. Reen can do the boys. Well, I suppose that's fine then. You seem strangely reluctant. I thought so. You're him, aren't you? What do you mean what do you mean you thought so? If you ask me, you're more likely to be the rat. Although frankly, I find it hard to believe that any imitation could capture the sheer arrogance that seeps from your every pores. I take it back. I find it equally ludicrous to think any imposter could duplicate your ability to overreact to the slightest provocations. Well, looks like these two are the same as ever. I think we're letting ourselves get a bit sidetracked, though. Yeah, let's get on with those pat downs. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. What should we do next? Maybe ask everyone what they did after we split up earlier? Yeah, that's probably the best place to start. That way, we can piece together the day's events and see if any testimonies stand out as odd. So, let's see. So, Elliot, can you tell us what you've been up to? Well, I went down to the factory area with Machias because we wanted to make a few tweaks to our weapons. After that, Machias was still taking care of some stuff, but I hopped on the elevator and left. I headed to the arts training room to see how the modifications went, and that's basically it. Right. So you went to the factory, got some weapon adjustments, then went to test out your staff. And Machias was with you initially, so he'll at least be able to verify that the first part happened. Gotcha. Thanks, Elliot. All right. Let's ask someone else then. How about it, Machias? Can you tell us what you've been doing? Of course. First, I stopped by the factory. First, I stopped by the factory area in the hold with Elliot to have some adjustments made to our weapons. Elliot finished up first and left, while I stuck around waiting for my shotgun. After half an hour later, I finally left the hold and, well, dropped by the game room, where I ran into none other than Eustace. We even ended up playing a fairly civil game of billiards too. After that, I headed to the computer room where I was talking with Stefan. In the middle of that was when all this trouble happened. So you started a friendly game of billiards, just like that? Aw, you're such a good friend. We are not. Anyway, thanks for giving us your account, Machias. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Can you tell us what you've been up to, Eustace? Certainly. First, I went to the close combat training room, where I sparred for a while with Gaius. After practicing for a while, we parted ways. After which, I went to the game room. I was there roughly 30 minutes before Regnant wandered in to break my peaceful reverie. He was being his usual noisy self, so I figured I'd shut him up by besting him at a game of billiards. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Whoa, take it easy there, guys. Seems to add up with Machias' testimony. Yeah. Thanks, Eustace. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Can you tell us what you were up to, guys? First, I swung by the close combat training room, where Eustace and I went a couple of rounds. Eventually, we both left the room and headed to the elevator. I was the first to get off at the 3rd floor. From the elevator, I headed straight out to the front desk, no, to the front deck to enjoy the feeling of the breeze on my hair, no, in my hair. So you trained with Eustace, then went to the front deck. Thanks for the testimony, guys. All right, let's ask someone else then. What were you up to during that time, Elisa? Well, I was hanging around with Milliam for a while. We were sitting and talking at one of those tables in the 3rd floor hall. After a while, she remembered she had to do something and left. I stayed there, and pretty soon after that, Princess Alphen passed by and invited me into the royal room. That's it, I think. So you were with the princess? Thanks, Elisa. That was a big help. All right, let's ask someone else then. So, Milliam, can you tell us what you were up to during the time in question? Sure. Well, first I was hanging out with Elisa at one of the tables in the 3rd floor hall. We were just sitting around talking, though. But then I remembered my bear. Your bear? I got him from Gramps, and I finally got him back from his train while we were in Brewer. Anyway, I forgot I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet, so I went straight to the nap room to plop him down there. All right, thanks, Milliam. Okay, let's move on to our next suspect. Can you tell us what you were doing, Laura? I can. Though I'm afraid there's really not much to tell. After everyone dispersed, I chose to remain behind on the bridge, observing the crew at work. Now really, there's not really any point in inquiring further then. Thanks, Laura. All right, let's ask someone else then. Can you tell us how you spent the time? That time, Emma? Well, actually, I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep, she was. Celine was there too. They were both nearby when the lights went out too. So I'd have a hard time believing it's Emma. Right. Fee's got no reason to lie. We are dealing with B here. So we can't be 100% certain he isn't Emma. What were you doing together then? Well, first we went to the reference room so I could investigate something. After that, we went to the kitchen. Does that all check out, Fee? Yep, all of it. Okay then, thanks, Emma. Well, that's everyone. Still, just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Someone could be lying. Got a point. It might be good to get info about what people were doing from someone other than themselves. Maybe we could ask everyone if they saw anyone else. Oh, now that you mention it, that's a good idea. Thanks for the tip, Fee. It's what assistants do. True enough. In that case... You said you went down to the factory area with Machias, right? Then you went to the arts training room. Did you happen to spot anyone besides Machias during all that time? Oh, actually, I did. On the way to the arts training room, I passed Eustace and Gaius together and said hi to them. All right. I may as well take this opportunity to answer for myself. I saw no one other than Elliot and those I've already specified I met. As for me, I saw Elisa sitting alone at one of the tables on the 3rd floor when I went down there. Assuming everything we had heard earlier is true, I must have been there after Milliam left and before Princess Alphen arrived. All right, that gets a few people out of the way then. Okay, let's ask the next person. You met with Elliot and Eustace, right? No, you met with Elliot and Eustace, right, Machias? Did you happen to spot anyone else while you were going about your business? I did, actually. I noticed Emma and Fee as I entered the game room. That must have been when they were heading to the kitchen area. So you saw Emma and Fee entering the kitchen? Got it. I didn't realize anyone had seen us going there. Same. I must have let my guard down. There's no need to feel bad about that. You were just walking around the Courageous, not infiltrating a secret base. You said you sat and talked with Milliam for a while before she left. No, before she left. Then later, you were invited to the royal room, right? That's right. Yeah. Other than them, I didn't see. I did see Gaius pass through after Milliam left. That must have been when he was on his way to the front deck to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all though. I didn't see anyone else. All right. Thanks. You said you stayed on the bridge after everyone else left, right, Laura? Indeed. And of course, it follows that I saw none of our other classmates after that, nor did they see me. Fair enough. Yeah. Not much that we can do about that. Emma, you went to the reference room, then to the kitchen, right? And Fee was with you the whole time, right? You didn't see anyone else while you were wandering around, did you? You can answer this one, right? Of course. Of course. We did, yes. While we were on our way to the kitchen area, we saw Eustace enter the game room. I didn't see anyone else, though. Did you see Eustace, Fee? Yep. That's a relief. Just knowing that isn't conclusive proof that Blue Blonde isn't masquerading as Emma. But, oh well. So after you finished talking with Elisa, you went to the nap room, right, Milliam? Did you see anyone other than Elisa during all that? Nope, not a soul. No, I wish I'd just stayed there, though. Then I might have gotten invited to see Princess Alphen, too. Well, never mind that for now. Well, I think that's all we're gonna get. Okay, you've asked everyone here what they did, and if they saw anyone else while they were doing it. Want to go over it all again? Yeah, let's do that. First, the place where everyone started out were, if I remember correctly, Elliot and Machias were at the Orbital Factory on the first floor. Eustace and Gaius were in the close combat training room on the 4th floor. Elisa and Milliam were at one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. Finally, Emma and I were in the reference room on the 2nd floor. Aside from Laura, who has no alibi, all of them were in groups of 2. True. Which means everything you just listed is likely to be genuine. As for what they did afterwards, though, we'll go over that now. Elliot left the Orbital Factory before Machias did, then went to the arts training room alone. On the way there, he also met Gaius and Eustace. Yep. After that, Gaius says he went to the deck on the 3rd floor, and Eustace went to the game room on the 2nd floor. That's right. And on my way there, I saw Elisa alone in the 3rd floor hallway. That means I must have already left for the nap room by then. Yeah. Next up is Machias. About 30 minutes after Elliot left the factory room, he finished his business there as well and headed to the game room. That does seem to mesh with my own experience, seeing as I was in the room alone for some time before he arrived. Yeah. Then, as I was walking into the game room, I noticed Emma and Fee walking into the kitchen. As for Emma and Fee themselves, we started in the reference room, as I mentioned earlier, but eventually we moved on to the kitchen. I can't remember exactly how long we spent in the reference room, though. But as we left and were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Eustace heading into the game room. Well, that's everyone. Any idea who's our guilty party, Reen? Yeah, I've got a good idea now. You do? You're cool sometimes, Reen. Could you share your idea with us then? Gladly. The one who's actually Phantom Thief B in disguise is none other than... you, Machias. Why me? What's your evidence? Well, Machias said that he saw you and Emma enter the kitchen area, right? But if he did, where does that leave Emma's testimony? You mean the fact that she saw Eustace enter the game room? That's right. Those two testimonies are at odds with each other. After all, Eustace said that Machias came to the game room roughly 30 minutes after he himself arrived, right? That's correct. Which means... exactly. There's no way Machias could have seen Emma and Fee when he claimed he did. It's just not possible. Well, you say that, but what if it's Emma who's in the wrong? It's true our testimonies contradict each other, yes. But why assume mine is more suspect? Because Emma wasn't the only one who saw Eustace. I did too. Which makes you our #1 suspect. Indubitably, my dear Fee. The doppelganger right in our midst is none other than Machias. I'm sure of it. The game's up, Phantom Thief B. Show yourself. That's not creepy in the slightest.
Well reasoned, my friends. A fine deduction, if I say so myself. You are correct. I am Phantom Thief B.
I can scarcely believe my eyes. He got us good. I'm impressed you were able to discern the truth from picking up on such a small inconsistency. Or perhaps I extended too generous a hand in helping you along after all. Helping us along? So your suspicious testimony was deliberate then? Spare us your cape-fluttering theatrics and just tell us where Machias is. This game is over. Such a lively rejoinder. All I shall say is, the narrow storehouse.
But adieu, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to meeting you again on a new stage one day.
How does he do that? Never mind that. We need to rescue Machias. At least he didn't make the clue all that hard and stuff. Yeah. I can't think of anywhere other than the storage room on the 3rd floor that would fit that description. Let's go dig him out then. Poor Machias. Ouch. I only wish I could have been there when you were captured, just to see the look on your face. You look a bit tied up, Machias. Stop gawking and untie me! Alright, next up.
Where do you want to go?
There's nothing after the Phantom Thief B thing, right? Afterwards, you should focus on recruiting students, trial... Oh, right, trial chests. Let's go to Spina Byroad. Where is Spina Byroad? Ah, Spina Byroad's here.
Full speed ahead!
I guess we're back to Ruhr. So Spina Byroad is Lisa and Emma. Saxon, Mount Elliot, Gaius. Wait, didn't I do those? Oh, we'll see in a second. Yep, okay, I did the Spina Byroad one. So it's just the Nordia Highway one I gotta do. which I somehow forgot to do. Well, no, it's not that I forgot to do it. Yeah, we're gonna ignore the cryptids until I'm at least level 1, until everyone's at least level 100. Or very close to being. Alright, so I need Elliot, Emma, Melium, and Sarah. Let me save.
Here they come! Stay focused! It's my turn! Analyzing enemy attack patterns.
It's my turn. Righto! Let me give it down, you! Come, now's our chance!
You're mine! Leave it to me!
Bad idea!
This should help.
Well, that's one down.
Okay.
Right. Shining dark!
Of course! Argus Act! Ha!
Alright, and that's that. Yep, I'm good to go. Hey, you made it. Klein! Abel! We've been waiting for you. Thanks for coming all this way here. We really appreciate it. I'm happy to see you're both okay. Have you been fighting by yourselves all this time? Yeah. We've been trying to do what we can to support the other Thor students. We've been hearing a lot about what you've all been up to on the Courageous too. We've been doing our best to stay up to date. We've been doing our best to stay up to date on how the war's going. And that's how we came to find out about this incident. Anyway, we can catch up later. Right now, we'd better focus on the task at hand. You did come regarding our request, right? We certainly did. An airliner was hijacked, wasn't it? And you said it was hidden around here? That's right. It's just over there. That's it then. The craggy terrain does make this a pretty top-notch hiding place. Guessing those two standing standing watch outside were involved in the hijacking. I can't help but feel like I've seen those outfits somewhere before. Now that you mention it, from what I've gathered, they're mercenaries of some kind who were hiding among the airliner's passengers. Once inside, they took control of the airliner over the Nordia province, and then threatened the captain into landing here. They've got civilian hostages inside, nobles included. What are they after? It's all but certain that ransom money is their objective. The war's growing fiercer by the day, so neither the Imperial Army nor the Noble Alliance forces have any spare manpower. My guess is that they're trying to take advantage of that to make a profit. How despicable. They should be ashamed of themselves for trying to take advantage of the misfortune of others. Ugh, what a group of shameless cowards. I'm really impressed how I'm really impressed how much you were able to discover about them, though. Did someone from the RMP dish some info or something? That rifle looks like their latest model. So I'm guessing you ran into them. No point in hiding it, I guess. Yeah, you're right. We ran into a squad of theirs not too long ago and ended up swapping info and working together ever since. That's when they let me borrow this rifle too. All right. It's kind of weird seeing you with one. It's kind of weird seeing you with one though. Anyway, getting back to the subject at hand. Neither army has the manpower to do anything about this right now. So we were wondering if we might be able to rescue the hostages ourselves. Gotta show that we're military students at some point, right? They managed to avoid getting caught up till now, so I imagine they're feeling fairly cocky at this point, enough to let their guard down. So with your help, we might be able to capture them. We might be able to capture them along with saving the hostages. So, think you can lend us a hand? Of course. There's civilian lives at stake here. There's no way we can turn a blind eye. Yep. And we've come all this way. Might as well do what we can. Thanks. This will make things a lot easier on our end. We'll be counting on you. Right. Our current plan was drawn up based on the assumption that only Habel and I would be participating. Now that we've got you and the Courageous here, it could probably do with a few modifications. You guys ready? How long are we gonna have to stay out here? I'm freezing my butt off. You're telling me. Seems like the ransom negotiations aren't really going anywhere either. And the orbital wave reception up here is downright pitiful to top it all off. What, you serious? Man, this sucks. Damn it. I wish we could have at least stayed inside and watched over the female hostages instead. Ah well. I'm guessing we'll be moving somewhere else before long. Then we... Sorry, that's not going to be happening. Who are you? Commencing operation. Let's take them out.
Let's go, Lemmy! My turn. Righto!
Let's move.
Here I go. Analyzing the...
Take this!
Too slow. Got it.
Got you!
It's over.
Impossible!
My turn.
Let's move.
Okay. Righto! My turn.
Impossible!
Target's
Think we did that quietly enough to not draw attention from inside? Yeah. Looks like they're not the wiser. And now I remember where I'd seen their uniforms before too. It's the same as what the Jaeger dropouts we encountered in Nord were wearing. Oh, I remember now. They said their name was Bugbear, I believe. Yep. Like I said before, they're a bunch of randoms. They're a bunch of random wannabe Jaegers. What would Bugbear be doing here? This doesn't make any sense. They were supposed to have been handed over to the Republican Army. So we're up against a group of Jaeger dropouts? Doesn't sound like this will be easy. How things go on your end? Very well indeed. No, very well indeed. We found a way to infiltrate the liner while we were busy fighting. And as soon as we're ready to start the next part of our operation, we'll use that route to sneak inside. With just the two of you? No worries. We'll be fine. Remember, we're second years. It's about time we started setting an example in combat anyway. So to confirm, we'll be acting as two groups, and we'll be using the confusion to rescue the hostages. Ready to begin? Ready as we'll ever be. We'll start sneaking in through the ship's hold then. Best of luck, guys. It's eerily quiet in here. I don't think there's anyone in this part of the ship, at least. Looks like the hostages are on one of the upper floors. Why do I have this ear? Oh wait, that's a different character. I'm thinking of... Where are you? I was thinking of you. Why is this chest already open? Oh! Oh, this is the airliner that I was on with USIS. Huh? How the hell did you get in here? No time for talking. I'm ready if you are.
Here they come! Careful, everyone!
Okay.
Get blinded, idiots.
Let's move.
Second point.
Now's our chance.
Impossible! Here I go!
Impossible.
Of course! Huh?
Impossible.
Damn kids. Whew. That wasn't so bad. No sign of reinforcements either. Not many of their guys are here at all, really. That way must lead to the bridge. It might be wise to check the bridge in the guest room as a precaution. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Hello there. Hey, what's with all the noise outside? Wait, who are you?
Bring it on.
Okay. Eliminating targets.
Let's move. There.
Here I go. Ethereal, go for it!
Impossible.
Whew. I wasn't expecting to actually run into one of them in here. Maybe he was on break? Hold on. He's got something on him. This looks like a card key. We might be able to use it for something. Let's take it with us. Well, here's the bridge. I'm guessing that's... Shh. I can hear voices inside. What, you still can't get in touch with them? You do realize that until we get our ransom money, you ain't going nowhere, right? I'm trying, but the reception here is so bad I can't get through. I'm just making sure I didn't screw something up. Don't give me excuses. We really have some shit luck. Some shit for luck. Our last plan was ruined by those kids back in Nord, and now this. What should we do? This area is perfect for staying unnoticed. But if we can't get any ransom money, yeah, we'll try one more time. But if that fails, we're gonna have to find somewhere else. Breaking out of jail was enough trouble as it is. We can't let a chance like this pass us by. As soon as we get that ransom money, the world will know Bugbear as a real Jaeger Corp. They still haven't given up on making a name for themselves, huh? They don't seem to have learned a thing from before. It sounds like failing in Nord has just made them that much more determined to succeed. Can't believe they got away from Calvard. Things are pretty crazy over there with all the terrorism and stuff. It was probably easy to take advantage of it. However they got here, that doesn't change our objective. Let's get back to stopping them. Let's get back to stopping them and finding the hostages. Okay. We should be able to get to the 3rd floor now. Let's stay alert. No one's here, actually. I can sense people on the other side of that door. And given that we couldn't find the hostages anywhere on the lower floors, seems like they're all being kept here. Probably going to be a lot of people guarding them too. Get ready, guys. Just who are you? Where'd you come from? Are you here to rescue us? Please help us. Here we go. Commencing suppression of the targets.
Okie doke, let's get started! I'll handle it.
Get blinded, idiots.
My turn.
Second floor.
Now!
Gotcha!
Impossible!
It's my turn! Ethereal, go for it!
Impossible!
Yes, sir!
Impossible!
Done. Look at me go!
This can't be happening. Curse you. Alright. I think we got things under control. They did it. Then we're saved? What's going on? Oh, hi, Ricky. One of these hostages looks kind of familiar. Anyway, please calm down. We've secured an escape route. Out of the ship for you. Please follow it to safety. If you're quiet, they shouldn't notice. We appreciate that, truly, but who are you? They're the promising youngsters of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7. Oh. Aren't you Norton? You're all right. I can't believe you of all people ended up being taken hostage. Same here. I thought you were working as a war correspondent for the Noble Alliance. I am. I ended up getting dragged into this as I was heading off on a business trip related to that. It's funny that you guys were the ones who came to my rescue. Perhaps this too is the will of Adios. Maybe so. You have every bit the true spirit of a journalist, Norton. That's quite praiseworthy. That's quite praiseworthy when you think of how heavily the press is being censored right now. You're one tough cookie. I've been hearing all about what you've been up to too. We wish we could do a nice article about you guys, Valimar, and the Courageous, given the circumstances. Writing about the Courageous would be one thing, but Valimar too? I think it'd be best to keep him quiet. Ugh, finally, that sneeze I've been fighting for the last couple of hours came out. Don't put yourself at risk for it. Oh, sorry. I suppose this isn't really the time to be having a leisurely chat like this, huh? Leave evacuating everyone here to me. No, leave evacuating everyone here to me. You should get back to your mission. There are more hostages above here. They're the more well-off passengers, like nobles and merchants, who are being used for ransom money. Please save them. We will. Don't worry. You take care, Norton. There are a lot of rocks outside the ship that you can hide behind until we're done. Good to know. Thank you. No chests in here. Okay. Norton mentioned something about more hostages being held on the next floor. Yep, look sharp. Please, just let us go. If it's money you want, just take it. I beg you, stop this madness. Shut up. That's enough from you. We'll get all the mirror we need from the ransom money. Besides, mirror's a secondary here. What we really want is the achievement of pulling this off. What do you mean? We want to be known as the guys who were able to hijack a plane in a nation with a military as crazy as this. We're not going to be able to call ourselves a proper Jaeger Corps if we can't outsmart the Erebonian military. And now that you know, pipe down until we get our damn ransom money. That goes for you young ladies too, unless you want those pretty faces of yours all scratched up. Stop right there. What on earth? Where'd you kids come from? How'd you even get here? Wait a sec, I recognize you. We're Class 7 of Thor's Military Academy. We received a formal request to liberate the hostages being held here, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Thor's? Wait, isn't he Elise's brother? He totally is. That's right. Are you two in the same year as Elise? We'll get you out of here. Don't get cocky, brats. I can't believe the same kids who screwed us over in Nord are back at it again. You've got no idea what we went through because of you. I'm thrilled you remember us. They don't seem to understand that they were the ones in the wrong. Guess you guys had a really fun time after we caught you, huh? Bah. You'll live to regret what you did. You're gonna be the first victims of the newly founded Bugbear Jaeger Corps. You're joking, right? You think this is gonna cut it? Do you honestly think you can make a name for yourselves just by hijacking a plane in the middle of a war? Say that again. Real Jaegers live on the battlefield, labeled reapers and warmongers, but accepting their karma all the same. That's what Zeno, Leo, and the boss taught me. But looking at you, I don't think you have the resolve to do that. Ugh. You think you're all so tough? What do you know about us? Reinforcements? Boss. You came for us? We figured something was up when the guys in the lounge didn't give their last report. But you've really done it this time. I bet you're the ones who let all those hostages go too. We're gonna make you regret you ever crossed us. Fill them full of holes, boys. We'll celebrate our day as a new corps by dancing on their corpses. Yeah. They might have the advantage here, but we can't afford to lose. I'm right there with you. Let's go.
Stay calm and rebuild our formation.
Too slow. Too slow. Too slow. Sorry, everyone. My turn. Thank you very much. Too slow.
This can't be happening.
Too slow. Okay. And done. This isn't looking good. Sorry for the trouble.
I've got this. Second. Gale!
Okay. And done.
Impossible! Take this!
I'll handle it. Here.
Here I go. Second. Gale!
Okay, it's safe for now.
Oh, that was easy.
I feel strong.
This can't be happening. We lost not once, but twice to these guys? We had you surrounded. How did we lose? Because Fee is overpowered. Positioning alone doesn't determine the outcome of a battle. It might help, but at the end of the day, experience is what matters most. You're finished. Give it up and hand over the hostages. Ugh. At least his brother's so cool. Thank goodness. Now we can... Don't you think this is over? Come on, boys. The tables have turned now. If their lives mean anything to you, you're gonna do as we tell you. You don't know when to give up, do you? My will to show mercy is running short. Ugh. There's nothing to worry about. We've got the ship's bridge under our control. We've got the upper hand here. I wouldn't be so sure of that. Klein! Nice timing. I'm just glad we made it up. I'm just glad we made it. I'm just glad we made it at all. What's going on? Why do new people keep showing up out one after another? And how'd you even get in there? That door was locked. Sorry, but all the ship's systems are under our control now. Abel! Looks like you guys are A-okay over there. More students? You gotta be kidding. We've got people over at the bridge. How'd you take control of the ship's system? Oh, Klein and I took care of the ones who were left. There weren't all that many, thanks to the rest of you coming here. All the crew members took hostage. And all the crew members you took hostage are safe now too. And I took care of all the lookouts while you were busy fighting Class 7 on top of it. You're the only ones left. Really? That's some pretty impressive work. You guys got all the fun jobs. You guys got all the fun jobs, didn't you? This is some kind of dream. We're Jaegers. Sure, we dropped out, but we were still Jaegers. How can we be beaten twice by a bunch of kids? Never let your guard down during an operation. Any real Jaeger would know that. Just give up trying to form a corps. You're not cut out for it. It's the end of the line for you. We're going to be apprehending you now. Don't try to resist. Ugh. Damn it. Thanks, everyone. I can't imagine that would have gone half as well without your help. Seriously, we owe you guys. Are you kidding me? We should be thanking you. You were the ones who stepped in and made things right. They say you second years are supposed to be our role models. You certainly acted that way today. You guys are both super cool. You just beat those guys in like 2 seconds. I don't know about that. I'd say we're kind of pushing our luck there. We really are so glad to have you. We really are so glad to have. No, we really are so glad to have had your support there. Okay, calm down. The two of us really didn't do all that much. And we wouldn't have been able to take the bridge if you hadn't drawn their attention either. For sure. You guys took them head on and did all the work. We were just a backup. But man, with first years like you around, Thor's is gonna be in great shape when we graduate. It's nice to hear that sort of praise coming from you. It's nice to hear that sort of praise coming from you, though. Well, either way, we've done what we set out to do. You thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. There's no point in the two of us just flying solo anymore. So it's time for us to join the crew of the Courageous and fight by your side. Lucky us? Definitely. We're more than happy to have you all. We're more than happy to know you'll have our backs. Good to hear. Ah, that's how we got Wrath. Ricky, you're okay. I can't believe you got caught up in a hijacking. That's insane. I've been so worried about you. I haven't stopped looking for you since the day we were separated. Oh, really? So, who are you anyway? Are you a friend of mine or something? What? I hit my head pretty hard when I was in the capital a while back. That's all I can remember. I've just been wandering the country ever since. I don't even know who I am. Not that being able to remember really bothers me or anything. I can't believe we were rescued by Elise's big brother. Wait until the girls at school hear about this one. You were on your way back home, right? Well, try to stay out of trouble for the rest of the trip. I will. As soon as the war began, Elise and Princess Alphen went off with a bracer. So it's something of a relief to hear that the princess is with you now. Try to save Elise as soon as you can, though, okay? Of course. You really pulled both me and my camera out of the fire there. Thank you so much. But I can hardly believe that there was an actual airliner hijacking here in Erebonia. Just goes to show how big an effect the war has had on the public's order. Sheesh. That's not a good sign. Yeah. I'm hoping that this is just a one-time thing. Either way, take care. Yeah, same to you. Oh, by the way, I don't remember when it happened, but I picked up this weird book. Maybe I grabbed it while I was on that airliner and forgot about it. This might be a weird question, but it's not yours or anything, is it? looks like. You recognize it? Well, in that case, take it. No givebacks. It's not doing me any good like this. Okay. Great. Thanks. That'll lighten my load. As for the book, it's old, I guess. That's all I know about it. Didn't know what to do with it until you came along. Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Can't wait to hear about what you get up to next. Good luck out there. Thanks. You too. Alright, back to the courageous. Talk to Klein. I'm going to assume Hybel is here. Yep. I've been waiting for you, Reen. That sounds ominous. Wait, are you going to be taking charge of the training room here? Yep, that's the plan. I just finished tuning up the combat shell here. I've got them configured for you to test your arts against. That should improve your skills quite a bit. So, when you want to do some training, just drop on by. I'll be here. That's really nice of you, thanks. If I remember correctly, is it this floor? Nope. This is the kitchen floor. Found some fascinating new reading material for me, have you? You bet. Here you go. Much obliged. I'll start in right away. Phew. I think that's about as much as I'm going to get out of that. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to read over this when I get the chance. Back to the bridge. Trial trust for Fee and Laura. Organized party.
Where do you want to go?
Destination, back to Isengard.
Full speed ahead! Let's get...
Leave this to me!
My turn.
I just thought about something. I hope all those Jaegers that fought in the second boss fight where Jaeger dropped out. I'm gonna have to check now. Because if the leader was his own thing, I am fucked now.
Arcus, activate. Your turn.
Onward!
I'll handle it.
Unforgivable!
Excuse me?
Okay.
You should not be able to hit me.
My turn. Now's our chance!
You're done. I'll handle it.
Unforgivable!
This is bad.
Leave this to me! Behold the might! I wasn't strong enough.
Okay.
You have my thanks.
My turn.
Leave this to me!
My turn. I'll handle it. You're too slow. Now.
An opening!
Your turn.
My turn. You still have a lot of training to do.
Okay, yes, they were all Jaeger dropouts. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to make a bathroom run. Ha! You're new.
The advantage is ours.
I'll handle it.
My turn.
Onward! Sia! They're off guard!
Got you!
Here I go. Analyzing. I'll handle it.
Get blinded.
Here I go.
Second form.
Second form. Gale! That's that.
Exact. That should.
That was one. You're a big guy.
Ha!
This one looks dangerous. Be careful. Okay.
Well, that's gonna be everything I'm looking for.
My turn. Second form. Now's our chance.
An opening!
It's my turn.
You're
Perhaps
out
we
of-
should retreat.
You're out of FP. Not FP, excuse me. You're out of combat points.
Now.
Leave this to me. Ha! They're off guard!
Got you!
My turn. Now. I'll back you up. Too slow. Got it. I'll back you up. It's over. Here come more. I'll handle it.
Get blinded, idiots.
Hostiles neutralized.
Well, fuck,
Guess
I
we're
wasn't
safe.
expecting that to
did
one
it.
shot. Oh, wait, that's because you're... I should have expected that in one shot, because that's not the fucking... You're not the fucking new thing I'm looking for, because I've already fought you before. So the big, so you're the Venom Dancer. I wasn't expecting that.
This one looks dangerous.
I'll
Be
handle it.
careful.
Unforgivable!
My turn. All right.
Let's do this! Onward! Now's our chance!
Got you!
It's my turn. Analyze. Okay. Got it. I'll back you up.
Leave this to me! Ha! They're off guard!
Got you!
I'll handle it. Here I go.
My turn. There! Ha!
Okay.
Onward! Sia! Now's our chance!
Got you!
Be gone! Our fighting was in perfect sync.
When I could keep up, at least.
Success.
There we go. Now Fee has her new S-Craft. And that was the last of the new enemies that I need, besides the Cryptid. Which, if I remember correctly, I believe Cryptids count in their own category. Again, we will worry about the Cryptids once everyone is about level 100. Back to the Courageous. And then off to North Pritson Highway.
Where do you want to go?
Which to get there means I have to go to Keldic. I mean, I could go to East Ebel Highway and work my way up. Yep, nope, Keldic is where it says to go, so off to Keldic.
Full speed ahead!
Oh, hang on. Just triple checking I'm not missing any recipes. Farland. Alright, well I have the chance because I will forget next time if I don't go now.
Where do you want to go?
I
Full
will
speed ahead!
150% forget if I do not go now.
Okay, let's give this a try. Wow!
Sure, I'd love to. It looks good.
I could certainly use the practice.
It's Fee's cooking power hour. You can try.
I've got this. Cooking's just one of my...
Yep, when it comes to alcohol, leave it to the alcoholic.
Sure, I'd love to. I really hope. Where do you want to go?
No, we can go to Keldek.
Leave it to me.
Leave me the fuck alone. Get out of my way. I'm on a mission to just kill one specific thing. Alright, so the quest monster is by the trial chest. Oh, you're a big fuck.
Watch out! This is a tough one!
Bad idea.
My turn! Now's our chance!
Gotcha. Okay. Got it.
I should have
I'll back
used
you up,
motivation on
righto.
Rain's turn, but whatever.
Lammy! Thanks! Bad idea! Of course! Analyzing. My turn. One. And done. Now. I'll back you up!
Let's move! All right!
My turn. One. Now. I'll back you up! Too slow. Now.
Excuse me, what?
I'll back you up!
Sorry, everyone.
It's my turn.
Thanks!
Okay.
The fuck is this? 94? Okay, and why did that kill me?
One. Got it. I'll back you up. Here I go. Lammy! Thanks! I'll handle it. One. And done. Now. I'll back you up, of course.
My turn!
Alright, calling in the big guns now.
Too slow. Got it. I'll back you up. It's my turn. Focus activate! My turn. Now! My turn. Bad idea!
And that takes care of that stupid thing.
I feel stronger than I'm awesome!
That should suffice.
Right, back to the courageous. Alright. Let's report all those quests.
Have you been keeping well? All right, let me hear your report. Marvelous. You've ranked up. This is just a little something from me. I knew I could count on you. Adios.
Alright. And with that, I think I'm going to stop the stream off here for today. This seems just like it's a good place overall to stop. So, as always, with that all being said, if you'd like to stay updated on when I go live, who I go live with, what I'll be playing, and everything else, go follow me on the social medias, Twitter and Blue Sky. I post updates there. Anything, if anything happens, if a stream has to get postponed or canceled, all that stuff. As well, you'll find my schedule up on my pin post on both of them. If you joined the stream late and you'd like to see how everything started, do go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post my VODs there the day after I stream around 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I should be back tomorrow, usual time, somewhere between 2:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern. So yeah. With that, as always, I thank you all for coming, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.